everyone seems older to me in fighting game years. But in actual years, I don't know. Because I remember watching players like Tyrant play before I did like gaming. I was doing like breakdancing, and weirdly enough, the place that I used to go for breakdancing upstairs was where all like Tyrant, Damascus, and Logan run.
Oh, that's sick.
That's like above you where it was Winter Stays On.
Yep.
That's sick, dude.
That's so weird.
Yeah, super weird. So yeah, I'd see like Ryan Hart and stuff.
Oh, that's sick.
But obviously at the time I didn't know who they were. They were just people playing games.
First ever sponsored fighting game player in the world.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, Ryan Hart's first ever sponsored fighting game player in the world.
That's cool.
AKA Prodigal Son.
But yeah, so to me, all of those guys are old in terms of playing fighting games, but actual age, I don't know. I think Damascus is the same age as me, but Tyrant, I think he must be younger.
I'm pretty sure Logan is younger as well.
Yeah,
I think, yeah. Dude, you know who Logan reminds me of. We're live, by the way, just saying. So, Logan reminds me of Taron Egerton, the guy who played Eggsy in Kingsman.
Oh, right, yeah.
I think he really looks like him.
I played the trailer.
The fucking Kingsman is great. If you grew up, I've heard people, if you grew up in England, in the UK, you apparently you will really like this movie.
The
Kings said the same thing about James Bond, but I'll probably watch it at some point.
But actually, okay, so Kingsman is about like a British punk. Like he really doesn't really have a place in the world, and apparently his father was like a very good secret agent, and he has to become the next secret agent. And because like he learned so many things on the street, he is actually better than the other agents, and he becomes like a fucking good agent. It's a fucking good movie.
Street smarts always triumph in the end. Oh, it says you're playing Bloodborne? Borderlands.
Am I playing Oh shit, yo, good call.
That was a good game. It is a good game.
Borderlands 3 is alright. I mean,
I've not played 3. I stopped at 2.
2's great. 2's fucking great.
Yeah. After sequels, things tend to go downhill, so I just stopped at 2.
I mean, are we even playing Dragon Ball Fighters? I mean, it's fighters related, I guess.
Yeah, at this level, I don't even know what it is.
We should probably like hang up something like Dragon Ball related, or I just hold Android 18 again. That could work.
Not again. Please, not again.
C4 needs a volume boost. He already is boosted.
Yo, is that better? Maybe. Oh, not. Let me know if that's better.
Yeah, that's a lot better. Yeah,
that's
now I don't
better.
need to boost you.
Yeah, the Go XLR for some reason always has like a default volume, and you have to move.
Yeah, you need to move the slider, otherwise it doesn't do anything.
So even if you leave the slider at max, when you turn on your computer, it will go back to like mid for some reason. Then you have to move it down to move it up again. So
you have to move it down again. All right, so Roma has not showed up yet, which is kind of making me sweat. Panicking. Wonka S.
Let's do some research.
RomaNova is see-through at the moment. It's all goody, mate. Oh, I need to put out a tweet. Live. We're live. Trash TalkerZ is about to start. I looked into the statistics, and apparently a lot of people joined from Twitter, and by a lot I mean like 3.
It's a good start. Retweets matter. I just retweeted.
Join us on Twitch.tv.
Trying to think if there's anything on. I know there was a Mortal Kombat tournament yesterday.
She's not in We Play UFL anymore. And she confirmed that today she was free. So
yeah, I don't know. I can't think of why. Not free.
Confirmed with her last Wednesdays. Maybe something turned up and we'll get a DM again. Dude. Well, let's hope. Anyway, actually, I do have a fun story to fill the time. Okay, so we have like So in the Netherlands, we barely got Amazon. Like, we just got Amazon like a year ago. We don't have Amazon. I haven't had Amazon for like a long time. But we have another very big retailer. It's called Bol.com. Yeah, Bol.com. And now Bol is trying to expand into other countries as well. So what they did, they recently, or like last week, they launched in Belgium or France. I don't know which one, but either one of those. They launched there. And they thought it would be a good idea to give away 15 euro vouchers on Facebook. And you get like a coupon code, and you just get like 15 euro credit. That's it. Which you can spend on anything. It's not like 15 euros off of your total purchase, not 50 euros off once you spend like 50 euros or something. No, just straight like 15 euros in your pocket, you can spend on anything you want.
That's crazy.
I'm like, okay, I'm gonna game this fucking system. I had 2 spare email addresses. The reason I can say this, by the way, is because they acknowledged the mistake and it's all fine. I made like 2 extra accounts, and then I because I was at my girlfriend's like mother and her son. If I mean not her son, her brother and his girlfriend. I was like, yo, yeah, you can get like free 15 euros on Bol.com, and they're like, nah, I don't believe you. And then my girlfriend's like, yeah, you can use my account, you get mine, you get my money. I'm like, okay, sure. So I got 3. I made 2 accounts, so I got 45 euros on my own, and another 15 for my girlfriend. Ended up 60 euros. I got Monster Hunter Rise for absolutely nothing.
Oh, sick.
It came in. I ordered it. Came in the next day. Next morning, like they did a press release. They're saying, yeah, we made a mistake, and they gave away like 750,000 euros worth of coupons. They're like, yeah, it's okay. Everyone can keep their stuff. So I got Monster Hunter Rise for actually free. Didn't even have to pay for it, and it's my first Monster Hunter game, and I fucking love it.
Nice. I heard it's really sick.
I tried Monster Hunter. I don't like Monster Hunter.
Which one did you try?
World.
So apparently I haven't tried World, but a good friend of mine who's like really into Monster Hunter, he says like Rise is one of the most beginner friendly is the beginner friendly Monster Hunter at the moment. Like people call it, instead of calling it Monster Hunter, they call it Monster Fighter, because it like there's not as big of an emphasis on hunting instead of like fighting. But I really like it so far.
Yeah, I played like 40 hours of World, and I just was like...
What, 40 hours and you didn't like it? What?
Yeah. Yeah, I wanted to see if I didn't like it.
Look, in a day and a half of playtime, like, yeah, I guess I don't play this game. It's like one of those Steam reviews, like on Skyrim, 1,000 hours played, and the review's like, it's okay.
No, well, it's just like a bunch of my friends really like playing it, so I played it with them, and I was just never having a good time with it. I was like, this plays like shit, dude. This plays like, but they were all massively into Dark Souls, and I cannot stand Dark Souls either.
I mean, the combat
takes are coming out today.
Hey, okay,
I get that.
Well, if we do it spicy, I don't like Dark Souls because I think its navigation system is broken.
Do you like Breath of the Wild though?
I love Breath of the Wild.
And you're a fucking hypocrite.
I don't give a shit. No, because
Breath of the Wild. I'm gonna play that. That's
dude,
the Zelda
Breath.
one, right?
Yeah.
Dude, you know, I was thinking of Breath of Fire. I'm an idiot.
That's the really old JRPG.
Yeah, that's what I was like. They're not even similar. But yeah, talking about Zelda, that makes way more sense. My bad. I don't play Dark Souls either, so I'll just listen.
I haven't played Dark Souls either. But what I've heard, Dark Souls is like basically medieval Zelda. Not even kidding.
Nothing like that, mate.
Dude,
you are chatting wham.
I haven't played it, but everyone that loves Dark Souls, like, yeah, I loved it because it was really similar to Ocarina of Time. And I was like, okay, yeah, that makes sense. I never tried Dark Souls, but apparently it's also really similar to Breath of the Wild when it comes to like, I mean,
you are chatting wham.
Like, I've seen footage. I'm pretty sure like Dark Souls is like super hard in terms of like that's the appeal. The appeal is that it's borderline impossible to like do on a first or second run through like well. But I've not seen much of Zelda. I've only got like speed run experience with Zelda, so it's not like real people like playing the game to play the game. I've just seen people break the game by walking through walls and stuff to get into high rolled quicker and shit like that.
You've never played Breath of the Wild?
Nah, I play like really. I'm a hipster, I'm a hitbox player, so everything I play it's normally like super either niche or hot take. Like RPG wise, my favorite is the Disgaea. Like nothing's ever going to come close to the Disgaea.
I heard of that. Never played it, but I heard of it.
But it's a stupid game because there's no end. Like I spent 95% of that game in Iron World. There's no point. I finished the story and played Iron World for like 200 hours.
What is Iron World?
Basically, it's a way of leveling up items. Each Iron World run goes up to a level 100. And then when you do that, you unlock kind of buffs for the weapon. So while you're going through the 100 levels, there's like Pokemon. So you have to catch these buffs. Then you breed them to make them stronger. Then you put them back in the weapon. But to put them back in the weapon, you've got to unlock another level. So you've got to do another 100 stages in the item. Yeah, it's a crackhead game basically.
Sounds like a lot of grinding.
Yeah, it's pointless, endless grinding. That's why I play like really
weird
stuff.
Is that why you like Borderlands 2 so much?
Yeah, that is endless grinding. Like it's pointless.
That's Borderlands in general.
I like Monster Hunter. I don't like grind. I like grind.
Oh shit, yo. Sorry. Thank you so much for the sub, Shadow. Welcome back, dude.
Shadow the Goat.
How you been? Yeah, Shadow the Goat. How you been, dude? Hope everyone is doing well. We got a couple viewers. Yeah, we're sadly still rating on RomaNova, which she might have got their times mixed up. I hope she saw my DM so she can come on anyway.
I've got a quick question to go on what we were talking about before. Does anyone like shmups?
Shoot 'em ups.
Yeah, like bullet hell games.
I think
Oh, it's a tier 2? Jesus, wow, it's a tier 2 sub. Holy shit. Damn, dude, you got an extra emote. Thank you so much, dude.
Oh, pog.
You got like 2 emotes now instead of 1.
I played Ikaruga C4.
I heard of Ikaruga, yeah.
Yeah, I've heard of that game as well. I've only played a couple. That was one people kept telling me. But there's a genre where it's basically fine game shmups, and I'm so getting into it.
Right,
yeah,
keep going.
I'm trying to find it now. It's meant to be called like Maiden and Spell. It's super like kind of like Lolicon.
Oh my god!
Like, yeah,
is it a game I have to close when my girlfriend walks in?
No, it's not that bad. It's not that bad. It's basically like a bunch of witches, but they're not like.
That's not that bad.
2-year-old half naked ones. Like it's legal.
Well, this is like chibi cute kind of art style, like that.
Yeah.
This is like not creepy kind of art style, but it's just cute.
It's not creepy. It's legit. Like you won't get arrested if someone looks in your search history. Like, but it's literally footsies shmups. Like it's PvP.
Oh shit, yo, I see it. Okay, that looks sick. Kind of want to try it.
I really want to get into it. It looks so sick.
It's on Steam, €13. That's not bad.
Let's think more people play that Sailor Moon Super Famicom game than this, dude.
Yeah, that is the problem. Like for most like PvP games, the play base is the problem. But I kind of stopped playing single player games. Like I played, what's the last single player? I played Uncharted. That was cool.
Okay, I want to talk about Uncharted. Cool. I cannot get into Uncharted.
I think I triggered him.
Okay, here's the thing. So here's the weird thing. I love The Last of Us. The first one. Last of Us 1 is, I think, honestly, a great fucking game. But I cannot get into Uncharted for one reason. You are an archaeologist that so happens to kill over 1,000 people. And of course, like, in The Last of Us, it makes sense. Because of all the zombie shit, and people are it's literally fighters, yes, survive or die. Like you have to kill or be killed is what I'm trying to say. In Uncharted, you're just in the regular world, but you're killing like dozens, hundreds of people, and there's
it's just a powerful dumb action movie though. It's just
but it doesn't work. I literally feel like bad when I play Uncharted and kill so many people, and then you get a cutscene where like Elena is like super sad because like, oh my god, and I can't take it seriously. I don't know why, but I just can't get into Uncharted because of the story. Like, you ever heard of like ludonarrative dissonance?
Or because of the big swap near the end, like the last.
No, the ludonarrative distance means that the story that's been told in cutscenes differs from the story that's being told in gameplay, and that's a big thing in Uncharted, because in the gameplay, it's in the story, it's never brought up that Nathan Drake kills like fucking thousands of people. It's never brought up. No, it's literally never brought up. But in The Last of Us, they're actively talking about how they need to kill other people in order to survive. And like Ellie gets like fucking mad at you for killing people that she gets mad at you for like leaving people on the street. Just letting them not even kill, just leaving them there. They make a point out of how fucked up everything is. And in Uncharted, you kill a bunch of people and they're like, oh hey, we found another artifact. Oh no, bad people, pew pew, and then it goes on. I can't get into it.
Funny.
Does that happen in Tomb Raider? I can't remember like Laura Croft talking about how many people she's killed.
Oh no, I'm so hurt, damaged.
Yeah.
Killing,
I can't remember because obviously most people kind of compared the two, right? I liked Uncharted because I played it thinking it was Tomb Raider.
Fair enough.
For like a 10-year-old game. There was zombies at the end. Like I thought that was funny. Yeah, I just thought, and then it kind of made me think like, oh, it was basically all a dream to me. So all the people I killed at the beginning could have been zombies. I don't know. It was more like a joke, even though it's like graphically super sick and all that sort of stuff. When you get to the end of all the stories, there's such a silly plot twist. It makes me think of like a comic book. So.
They're very, they feel like you're playing the fucking like a 30 serial. It's great.
Yeah.
It's a weird twist. Like, do you remember that? You ever played the third one, C4?
No, I haven't played the third one.
I've been told that I should play at least the second, because the second is apparently like a very good fucking game.
I'd say it's the best one.
Yeah, I've seen the third one, and I was like, I've kind of played the first and second. I know what's going to happen in the third. I don't know what it's going to be. It could be dragons. I don't know, but there's going to be something stupid at the end of it where you have to kill things that aren't fictional. It just turns in, it does a 360 and it could be like Star Trek, and I don't know. But after the first two, I'm like, it's cool. The gimmick got me twice. I'll just play Tomb Raider for that one. I don't need this vampire stuff at the end. Like, it's fine.
I want to point out something Shadow says. Like, he's calling me out for liking Kingdom Hearts, even though that story is fucking stupid. But the thing is, in Kingdom Hearts, the story is stupid in cutscenes, but it's also fucking stupid in game. So at least it's still in that. It kind of makes sense. It's stupid throughout the whole game. It's not like
super serious, where it's like, oh man, the hearts of the darkness. Oh no, Zemnis and FODMAP. Oh no,
yeah,
they might be real names.
Yeah,
he's very close. He's very close.
Yeah,
like, I really like Kingdom Hearts. I like the story. I don't really care about Disney, and I never really got into Final Fantasy. I think the story's so bonkers. I love it. That's the only reason I play it.
The story in 2 actually was very good. In Kingdom Hearts 2, it was great. Yeah. I think 2 is still the best game. Yeah.
It's a comic book to me. It's time traveling stupidness. I like all that dumb stuff and pretending to follow the story and know what Xehanort's up to. I think that's interesting. I think the gameplay has got worse because I played 3 and I couldn't actually finish it. I just watched the playthrough because I couldn't finish it. It's a really bad like Dynasty Warriors hack and slash. Like I'd rather just play Dynasty Warriors. Number 3.
Kingdom Hearts 3, yeah. What I did like about 3 is I think they did really good on the art style, like how the game looks. I think it looks fucking great. Yeah. I think it's one of the best like glow up side, almost like I mean, artistically, of course, because 3 the story is especially the dialogue is just fucking dumb. The dialogue in 3, the dialogue writing is dumb. The actual story that they're trying to tell is not that bad. Okay, that's fucking cool.
Yeah, just to show I'm a fan, because obviously James anything in the background. I've got something as well.
Yeah, fucking Omni, where's your merchandise? You need to shill.
I'll fine. I'll shill for Moomin. I love Moomin anyway.
I don't know who that is.
It's Finnish Smurfs, basically.
Moomin's a gangster, bro. There's like an episode where he's rolling around with a knife. It's so
what? What?
Moomin's an actual crazy.
I think I saw an emo on Discord for that. Yeah, I think I saw that. But okay, so Kingdom Hearts 3 story doesn't make any fucking sense. I mean, the story that they're trying to tell is
Sorry,
all
just
right.
Take away the
Yeah,
take away the three. Just take away the three.
But the thing is, though, I think the gameplay is fucking solid. The gameplay is really good for 3, and what I also like is that it ran really smooth on like base PS4 hardware.
Mm-hmm.
It ran like solid 60. I downloaded it on a PC, and even on the low, I'm pretty sure, even on the low end graphics card, you can pretty much run this game at like full settings to still get like at least 60 FPS. And I do agree with Shadowy pointing out in the chat, attractions ruin the game. There's a setting where you can turn the attractions off, so that kind of fixes the game. Yeah, I think the attractions are dumb. But yeah, I like Kingdom Hearts 3. I haven't played through Remind because I just have been busy with other games, but
yeah,
I always love Kingdom Hearts.
It's a long thing to get into.
We're going with spicy game takes. Same designer as Kingdom Hearts 3, Nomura. He did the Final Fantasy 7 remake.
That's the one with Cloud in it, right?
Yeah, that's Final Fantasy 7. He did the Final Fantasy 7 remake of PS4.
Is it not good? Well, obviously, Omni doesn't think it's good. I can tell by his face.
Not great. It was just changed a bunch of stuff that was didn't need changing. And I was like, why? There's a guy in that game who wants to fuck a motorbike. I'm not exaggerating. Like, he's really into his motorbike. It's really weird.
Okay, so I did get a DM back from Roma. She thinks she's already in the channel, but she can't join video. She can't join chat, she said. Let me just ping her here.
Because she's on guest.
Oh yeah, maybe.
No, guest should be able to join this.
Huh.
Yeah, because it worked with Plug and all the other people before. Hey!
That was Nick.
It was Nick. Nick baited us.
That was Nick? Nick,
it was Nick, yeah. He's trolling.
Oh my god, Nick. Big troll. Oh, he's a mod, so he can do whatever he wants.
Too much power.
Yeah, actually...
What other hot takes
I've done that by accident. I've like gone into like Discord, like if people were commentating, I could click on watch stream, or like say you're streaming or something on for whatever. Like say you're streaming CBK, and I watch stream, and I accidentally joined the commentary channel. Like shit.
Oh snap! I'm just looking at all the old games I've got. I've got like a collection of like really strange games. It's normally like fighting games or Street Fighter. I've got Pocket Fighter still in the case.
I've never heard of that.
Oh, you can't really see because of the light. Move it back a bit. Pocket Fighter is basically, you know, like the puzzle game, like Tetris-y gem sort of thing. It's basically I think it's called Gems, where you get like the gems and you make them bigger and then you destroy them like Tetris. One of those games with obviously Street Fighter characters. I've got a game called Plasma Sword, and the only reason I got this game was on Dreamcast. Is there's a character in Marvel 2 called Hayato. He's got the headband and the laser sword. And he's from this game. The fighting game that I never heard of. EX Alpha. 3D Street Fighter. Big times. People love that, but I wasn't the biggest fan. I've got
3D Street Fighter. I don't...
PSP Alpha 3 for some reason.
Oh, wow.
For the PSP?
PSP, yeah, I had a PSP. I've still got a PSP somewhere.
Dude, PlayStation portables don't get enough love, dude.
They are amazing little things for like modding and like homebrewing.
Mate, they're actually so solid.
I want a PSP Go so fucking bad.
Yeah, get one. Yeah. I still think people should get you just get every emulator on it now. Like
except for like N64, right?
GBA emulators on PSP are mentally good. They are so good.
He's not lying. Absolutely not lying.
I mean, I really want to. I mean, I never got to do it, but I've heard like from everyone that I used to use them that they're really good. I really want to get one for that emulation. Like, I heard N64 emulation on them is pretty good as well, and that's probably what I mean. Because there's not a lot of good N64 emulators.
Oh, guys, there might have been a time mix-up.
Dun, dun, dun.
Oh, she's enjoying.
Is it a time zone thing, or
she thought it was on? She thought it was on at 4 for her, and at her it's like 2:26, so that's in 2 hours.
Pog.
I mean, we can keep the podcast going for like 4 hours.
I mean, I'm down. I'm always down for shit like that.
Is your missus alright with it though? That's the question.
Probably not.
Answer that with a swiftness. Oh snap! I've got this for some reason. Probably heard of this game. Well, maybe not.
Arcana Hearts. What the hell is Arcana Hearts?
Arcana Hearts.
What is this weeb
free.
shit? Mate, what is this weeb shit?
I'm telling you, man. I balance out my weeb shit with comics. So it's alright. Yeah. I normally buy stuff because of gameplay for the most part. I think the only game I don't buy because of gameplay is probably Kingdom Hearts. I think I literally only buy that for the story. But I just think the story is just stupid. Oh, speaking of Kingdom Hearts, there you go. I got 3.
Nice, nice.
Oh, got Soul Calibur. Oh, wow, I got that game. Oh, this is the hottest take. This is going to be the hottest take of the stream.
Hit me.
This is my top 3, one of my top 3 fighting games of all time. Oh,
is that Infinite?
Dude, Infinite's gameplay is Infinite. It's still the gameplay is good, but just everything else.
I think it's. I don't care about graphics. You've seen the Lottie games I play. I don't really care about graphics. So, I honestly just care about mechanics and stuff. And I think Venom and Jeddah in MVCI.
Dude, it's fucking great. Jeddah and I played Jeddah and Dante so much. That was my shell.
See, then you're alright. Then you're playing the good half of the game. Dante's a bit. He's weird. He's not bad. He's not like Spencer or Chris Redfield. Like, he has a face. But Jeddah looks amazing. Like, they did such a good job in Jeddah, and they just flopped on everyone else.
I really want to play. There's too many fighting games that exist. So if we want to play them all, C4 has become part of the Hitbox crew. I've ordered my first Hitbox.
Sick.
I've ordered a Hitbox.
It's about time. Everyone should be on it. This is like a special edition Street Fighter 4.
Oh wow, is that Rhea vs. C Viper? That's sick. That's sick.
Infinite Dust. Oh, and I've got one of these. They sold these in like normal game shops. It's a pad, but it's like I think it's like the Sega Mega Drive pad.
Oh,
and
sick.
they did it for like 3 characters, and it's got a hologram in the middle.
That's so cool.
That's sick.
Yeah, they were like £10, and I kept mine thinking people are gonna buy it, use it, break it, and then 10 years down the line, maybe I'll be the only one with like a sealed copy. But that's the comic book person in me.
Quick updates. Okay, so there's multiple things we can do. Nick asked me if you can join the show. I'm like, sure. And I'm also kind of tempted to just sit this out till like very late in the evening. But then I know how like C4 is set, because I know C4 has like a family as well.
I mean, I can jump off if Nick wants to stay on.
No, because RomaNova is not ready for like at least 1.5 hours.
Oh yeah, that's what I mean. So when RomaNova wants to come on, and you obviously need a spot for her, I can jump off and Nick can stay on. I don't mind.
Okay. Y'all need to keep the stream entertained for a bit so I can discuss with the missus, if that's all right. If you have any amazing, funny, wacky stories, now will be the time. I will be right back.
I'm not really funny. I'll let Omni do this, but real quick, the Mega Mans in Infinite, they're really good. Zero's always busted in any game he's in. Mega Man's good. But
I think I was watching like Super Noon stream or something like that, and he said like Zero might be the best designed fighting game character of all time in 3. In 3, and my experience with 3 is really limited. And MVC3.
So in is it TVC? Yeah, Tatsunoko versus Capcom. He was good in that. In Marvel 3, he's possibly top 3 in a game with like Dark Phoenix and Virgil in it. Like, that's really hard to do. And Doom. Like, what he does in that game, personally, I think isn't fair. I don't think it's not fair. Not just unfair. It's not fun. It's season 2 Snap, but way worse.
So what does Zero actually do?
He TODs you.
Oh, you know, it's Marvel.
From anything. So he can hit you with like a jump in light at the top of the screen, and he can confirm it into a TOD. As long as he can get you to the ground, he can kill you. Then the incoming is 3 layered without an assist. And if any of those 3 hits you, like 3 of the mixes hit you before you land, you die. So before you touch the ground, you have to block 3 mixes. It's lightning, which is a left-right. He can counter the lightning early with the buster, which is a second layer. or he can do double lightning and then hit you with a buster. So there's 3 layers in the mix before you hit the ground. So if you haven't got an air invincible super like Morgan, Sentinel, I think they're the only 2. Morgan, Sentinel. Virgil has an air super, but it's not invul. It's just super quick. If you can't touch the ground, you die, because X factoring on incoming doesn't save you. You still have to block the mix. It's not like a burst in Guilty Gear where it sends them full screen. You just go red, and then you still have to block. So yeah, Zero I think is not fun, but people love mix, so I guess.
Who's your team in Marvel 3?
My original team was Iron Fist, Chris, Strider.
Nice.
Purely because I wanted to play Iron Fist, because he's like one of my favorite characters, and I was like, it's not really working. So my competitive team is Trish, Cap, Wesker, which isn't much better, to be fair. It's got an unblockable setup. That's why it's and I like zoning. So I tried Hawkeye for a bit in that game, but it was kind of too late. But yeah, Trish can kind of zone. She does a move called Round Harvest, where the sword just follows you, and then what you do is you call Wesker assist that hits low, and you do a jump in with Cap. And it's unblockable.
I think my team when I played was Frank West.
Bust 15 already.
He's great. Frank West, Amaterasu, and Akuma.
Yeah, you need most Frank teams have a way to level them up to level 5 with one combo. I don't think you can do it that team. Or it's really hard to.
It's really hard to, but but TOD power with Akuma is insane. That man's ridiculous.
Akuma's an Evo champion, man. So the team's not that bad.
Has there ever been a game where Akuma isn't good? You can't really get rid of how good he is fundamentally. He's always going to be a glass cannon.
I've heard he's really good in Tekken.
Yeah, everyone hates him in Tekken.
That's what I've heard. I've heard everyone hates him in Tekken. Street Fighter 4, he was obviously good. 5, he used to be really like highly ranked, but I think the DLC just blew him out of the water.
The best character in Street Fighter 5 right now is Ryu, which is really weird. It's really weird. Because why did they? I hate Ryu at the moment, dude. Because he's in every online match I play him, and he's just I'm gonna do like one combo of crouching medium kick into fucking half circle kick into Shoryu. Oh great, this is about a quarter of your HP gone. Thanks.
Do you know why it's good? Because he's the poster boy. He has to be good at some point in the game.
I know, but it's stupid, and that's the only reason they made him good. That's the only, because he should never be a top tier. He should always have even matchups throughout the board. He should be the most solid character.
I agree. I'd rather Ken be top tier than Ryu. Ryu doesn't need to be top tier. He needs to be the gatekeeper. He doesn't need to be the best in the game. But I guess that's what Akuma's there for. But they think they're balancing with the low health, but it doesn't matter. If the character with the low health can't get touched, then it's irrelevant how much HP he's got, in my opinion. I don't think
boys,
the low health thing makes a difference.
We're doing a long one today.
Yeah, boy.
You got to go ahead.
And I see Nick join as well, but he's muted.
Oh, is that why Omni's camera's moved as well?
Yeah.
Oh.
Well done, Nick, scuffing it up.
But yeah, I'll let Roma know. Just join whenever you can. We'll make this a long one. Yeah, so we're gonna wait till Roma comes on, and after that, we're just gonna do a show for an hour, and then
this is just vibes. We're talking about Marvel. We're talking about has Akuma ever been bad in any game? Was he bad in? How was he in Street Fighter Cross Tekken?
He's good in Cross Tekken, mostly because of his walk speed.
Yeah, Akuma always had a really quick move speed.
Yeah,
also, Nick, what? Just Nick, oh no. Wait, Omni, where are you going?
Sorry.
Yo, Shadow. Akuma bad in UMVC3? That's the biggest cap I've ever heard.
He's not that bad.
You're
he's not that bad. He's an Evo champ. His assist was insane. Yeah. His assist is insane. I don't know why.
His assist made the character. Insane. Yeah, it's this fucking Tatsu assist. 2 low health? It doesn't matter. He's an anchor. He kills you in like 5 hits.
Wait, all you have to say is Dark Phoenix. Yeah, Dark Phoenix had the lowest health in the game.
Yeah. And also, you can't complain about health because the worst character in the game in UMVC3 is Thor, who has the highest health in the game.
Actually, he's not that bad. He's not that bad. If you play like Priest, who's a good fucking Thor.
Priest is sick. But he is doing so many
He's
reads.
not Virgil.
Man.
Virgil's like top 3, top 5.
Dude, Virgil's top. Nah, not top 1. I think he's top 2. Virgil's top 2. Zero. Zero's 1.
Yeah, there you go. See, and he wasn't here for the Zero talk. See, Jay knows Zero's an actual problem.
There's so much problem, chat. Chat is scrolling at a fucking pace, dude. So many messages I can't read. I was out. I had to discuss with the missus.
Virgil, when he hits the ground, is top 2. I mean, he can hit the ground pretty easily. Not easily, but he's going air super.
I mean, you have to kill him on you have to kill him on incoming. That's what you have to do.
If you do a 0 incoming, he's just a victim like everyone else. Like that means Sentinel's the best because he's the only one who can just super. He can super X Factor.
No, fuck no, RomaNova. That's another woman. Morgan, yeah.
Yeah, but she has to level 3.
That's true. That's a lot. Dude, and people don't realize how scarce bar is in Marvel 3. Like in Dragon Ball, if you do like an easy ass combo, you get a free bar. Oh, yo, Nick is here. Oh, yo, we got esports Nick.
I am Omni now.
Esports Nick.
I'm Omni.
Hijacked.
I'm dressed for the occasion. Dressed for the occasion.
I always wanted one of those esports shirts, to be honest. Those are cool.
Down TSC gives full bar, but no one uses fucking Down TSC in a BNB.
You can go to Dutchies-esports.com or .nl, I don't know, and you can buy a Dutchies esports shirt.
Is that Fire on the Sacred Stones in the back, Nick?
Yes.
The real nerd is here.
Good take.
Yo, I no cap. I love how real like Nick's background is. It's so cool. Just all those games in the back. I love it.
Oh,
it's so genuine. I love it. Not even kidding.
Room.
Meanwhile, I have like fucking headphones.
Hey,
something. If you're a fan of music.
Shout outs to Dang Pots, by the way.
Dang Pots is good.
I mean, everyone's background's better than mine. I've got
cap. Absolute cap.
A hitbox that I can't use because it's actually just way too heavy.
Wait, what? Really?
Yeah, that one up there.
There's a gym box, right?
Sorry, the gym box?
The gym box, yeah. It's made out of plywood. It actually just...
Oh my god. Why would you make a hitbox out of plywood?
I was new to hitboxes. That's like 10... Almost 10 years old. This is like when no one knew what hitbox was, and I went to tournaments and they went like, "You can't use this. This is cheating." Like I got turned down at tournaments.
Did you have SOCD on that thing or not?
At the time, no, because it wasn't really a thing. So I could play Marvel and I could do like I could walk forward, do Gamma Wave with Hulk. Like it held my back charge.
Oh yeah, that's true. Like was it in vanilla or an ultimate? Vanilla, right?
Ultimate. Oh, it was an ultimate. It was an ultimate. Yeah, basically, devs didn't know. Because the hitbox was new, devs didn't patch it out in their game. That's what it was. Street Fighter 4 has it as well. In Street Fighter 4...
Yeah, you can walk forward and charge back.
Yeah, you used to be able to walk forward, and then they changed it because people were abusing it. And then the whole thing with Daigo happened, where he was doing some craziness.
Talking about because people don't
know, C4
don't have SMCD in them. Like
C4, Shadow wants me to ask you, what do you, like, since you love Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite, opinions on Day 1, Dante, and Dorm?
Day 1, Dante, and Dorm. Dorm was broken. They nerfed him, but he's still like super strong.
Dante pretty much the same, right?
Yeah, Dante's pretty much the same. He just got he's got developed. If anything, he's better now. Dante's probably better now. There's a person, actually, F-Champ streaming a lot of it because
he's actually doing an MVCR tournament right now.
Oh, is it now? Oh,
yeah, right now.
Snap. Okay, yeah. So he does that. ICU Hater does one every like Tuesday and Thursday. And there's UT Gaming that does one on like Mondays. But yeah, Dante's got better. Doom's still strong, but not as many people use him because the whole carpet thing's basically gone now. The whole carpet mix he used to do is just gone. But there's pretty much every character. There's even like Ryu's out of one tournament now. Mm-hmm. Like it's super like flushed out with like the best players still playing. Hawkeye still busted. Spencer still busted. Zero still busted. All the characters are like evenly busted. There's no like.
I mean, it's a Marvel game.
Phoenix busted. But yeah, there's levels to the busted. It's not like there's no Dark Phoenix. There's no like, oh, Phoenix right when he's in turnabout mode level of nonsense in the game. It's close. Zero's very close.
But it hurts, dude. Fucking Phoenix right, it hurts. that he's only really good when he gets the right RNG. And even then, you have to fucking hit the objection. Like what?
Yeah.
Hit the objection, yeah.
But once you do that, the fucking venue explodes.
I think it's an interesting way to balance it because they basically try to balance a lot of broken stuff behind like a paywall, basically. So you've got Frank West with the hits, Phoenix Wright with the RNG, and Dark Phoenix with meter. I think Phoenix Wright got the worst of all three.
Yeah,
I'd rather have the other two.
But then again, Phoenix Wright, like if you
Frank's still playable. Frank's still playable without level 5.
Ish, you need at least level 3, I think, for him to be viable.
When he's got Chainsaw, he's definitely viable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Level 4 is like, I think level 4 is like easily top 10 character, and then level 5 he's like he gets like way higher because he gets like I think 10% damage buff in level 5 or something damage buff.
Yeah. I think he's top 3 when he's level 5. I just don't. You don't.
Oh yeah, and he gets level. Shadow point out he gets the air grab in level 3.
Yeah, I was about to say he beats Phoenix. He actually just beats Dark Phoenix if you've got X Factor. Like he's a hard counter to Dark Phoenix because he's got an anti-air grab. That's why I think he's like top 3 because he can stop the best character in the game.
That fucking Chowbot mask is great. I love it. It's so funny.
Yeah, like, I think that it was a cool way to try and balance busted mechanics behind like
in-game paywalls.
Yeah, but behind paywalls. But yeah, Phoenix Wright's one was just so bad, man.
I mean, honestly, like he's very true to his games. Like the way Phoenix plays is actually how you like approach the games from Ace Attorney. Like first you have to gather evidence, then you get into court because otherwise evidence why would you use evidence outside of court? And then you have to show the evidence, and then you do an objection. And once you get the objection hit, because if you play the games, if you just throw out an objection and it doesn't hit, yeah, then nothing happens. And you get penalized. So from a gameplay perspective, from where he comes from, it's very true to the character, but it doesn't play very well.
Yeah, I don't think it's very. There's not many random things that you can put in a fighting game to make it interesting. Like they've done it with characters like Faust or Teddy in Persona, where the items they throw out are random. I personally don't like it, but I don't think it's a big deal. It doesn't break or make the character like bad. But it's really hard to put RNG in the character, like in general. I don't
like it at all as a feature in any fight.
I don't think it's a good feature personally, but I've never seen anyone do it well. Maybe there's a way of making it work, but I can't see how you do it. I think RNG is trash.
Even like Game & Watch and Smash is like, it's not nice to just randomly get hit by a 9 and then you immediately lose. It's an awful feeling.
Yeah, it doesn't sound good. Like, you know, ST, Street Fighter 2, that has random stun in it.
Oh, yeah.
Variable stun per move.
Such a bad. I think that's so one of my closest friends in fighting games is a guy called Fury Fire, and he adores that game. Like a lot of people contact him around that. And I always say to him, you know that game is trash. And he's like, yeah, I know it's trash. I was like, it's got random stun, my dude. Like you can't T-mode for that. You can't T-mode for randomly getting stunned because somebody jumping Razhouse into sweep. And you might get stunned, just depending on the day. I'm like, I don't know. You're a bigger man than me because I could never play that game. Never, ever play that game.
I would fucking break the cabinet if that would happen to me.
Yeah, like I hate most random stuff. But I play a lot of Pokemon, so I get hit by crits, but I know that's part of the game. Or actually, like a card game.
Nick,
that's part of the game, right?
Nick, you like, have you ever played like Marvel or something like that? Because I know you mostly from Dragon Ball.
Something like that is Dragon Ball, right?
I mean, true, but have you ever played other fighting games besides Dragon Ball?
I have after I played Dragon Ball FighterZ. I played Skullgirls for a little bit, but not too long because 6 buttons is weird. But I was also trying Guilty Gear until C4 said, no, don't play Guilty Gear until Strife drops. Because you'll learn the wrong things. So I stopped playing that as well. And then I found, what was it called? It was it's a Japanese fighting game with Sword Art Online characters. Some dude with a gun. What?
Granblue? No, it wasn't Granblue.
No.
You mean plays with Crosstag?
No, it got rolled back really recently, like fan made as well. What's it called?
I think I saw Keezy K streaming something like this.
Let me. I'm trying to
Is
find
it an indie game?
No, but it used to be only in Japan on an arcade, and
Is
it
it
got
like Aqua Plaza or something?
no.
I literally have no idea what you're talking about.
There's a lot of mate. Don't. I hate when people have conversations
fighting
about.
Climax Ignition.
Oh, Dengeki. You know who's really good at that?
Probably.
Jammers will smoke you in that.
Yeah.
I've seen him play. Yeah,
Fighting Dengeki Bunko Fighting Climax.
Yeah, Fighting Climax.
Might
Yeah,
be
the
that
game
one.
is.
Oh, it's a Vita game.
So crazy. So crazy.
It's a fucking Vita game.
There's like a chick, like a maid who does basketball, and that's her assist, and it's like Yamcha assist, but the whole screen is so stupid.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, it's published by Sega, which makes sense, I guess, for me not having heard ever of it.
Yeah, I tried it. It's kind of fun. I played it, or I tried to get Reza to play it, but I don't think he.
Wait, but how? Okay, how the fuck did you find that game?
I think Exica said, "Yeah, yo, this game."
Oh, okay, that makes
rollback,"
sense.
and I was like, "Oh, let me try that."
Extica is like the local weeb in our like Dutch FGC channel.
Wow.
He plays like every gacha game, and he like
Really?
yeah he plays like almost. I think he swears by fucking Genshin or something. He plays so much Genshin.
Oh,
I think when he doesn't play Dragon Ball, which is barely anymore, but he played a shit ton of Dragon Ball. When he wasn't playing Dragon Ball, he was just playing Genji or Genshin, not Genji, Genshin.
Sounds like a Shudan.
or OB.
Oh, OB. Yeah.
I mean,
OB got
I mean,
that
I
one
play
as well.
Genshin as well, but I only do like the dailies, and then I just quit the game.
So you play for like 4 hours a day.
No, maybe 10 minutes, and then I'm done.
Okay, so I really
neither
wanted
have
to
I.
give Genshin I really wanted to give Genshin on a shot, but I wanted to play it on PC because 60 FPS, and I wanted to install it, but for some fucking reason the game like kept when I was downloading it on my PC, it was like download failed, try again. It set me back a little bit, and like every like 30 seconds I had to restart the download, and at one point I was like, I can't fucking be asked, and I deleted it. Like, that was the one chance you got, and you lost me.
Understandable. But to answer your question, no. I have not played any Marvel-related game. But I think if Marvel vs. Capcom 4 would drop, I would play it.
I'd play that.
Praying.
And I've also
Probably not
thought,
gonna
like,
happen.
okay, if MVC 3 got rollback somehow, I would try it. And I already know 2 of my team members, that would be Zero and Jill.
Oh, so you're going, like, top tier and bottom tier?
I guess. I heard Jill was bottom tier, but I'll just make her work.
She is low mid. She's not bottom, but she's low mid.
You know
And
they
then-
nerfed her because Seth Killian said that she's busted and no one found out why. That's what actually happened to her.
Yeah, Shadow says she's not bad. She's just really hard. Jill's a very
Being hard to
like,
play doesn't matter.
Super fucking hard.
but I think if she's like on that feral stance on level 3 and you're do X Factor, like she's an infinite block string. Like you can just let go of your stick and just the infinite block string.
It's like Tohan or combo IAD thing. It's basically that. Yeah.
All right,
She's,
so Jill's
but
actually
she's
top
super hard to play. Like her and probably Shima are like the hardest characters to play.
Yeah, and after that probably see Viper.
But I
Fucking
wouldn't
vibe.
know the third character to play.
Mhm.
Not yet.
And the thing is, sorry.
Doom. Yeah, Doom.
Yeah,
Magneto?
No, Magneto is you gotta learn. Magneto's really good.
Yeah.
But Magneto has a very high skill ceiling. So that's why like people with really good Magnetos have really fucking good Magnetos. And Doom pretty much goes everywhere. Doom can make any team work. You can pick fucking like Emmy on point, Shenko, and just put Doom missiles in the back and it will work.
So it's like baby Vegeta's Purple Rain.
Don't compare that to missiles.
It's
dude.
more like, you know how everyone picked season 1 week 1 Vegeta? That's what missiles are. That's what missiles are.
Yeah, but the missiles stay when you hit Doom.
Yep.
So it's even worse.
It's so much.
Yeah, Doom has 3 S plus assists. People don't really use Molecular Shield because Molecular Shield is still a really good assist because it covers Doom as well, so it doesn't get nearly as many happy birthdays. But Beam and especially hidden missiles are just so.
I'm hearing barrier.
Doom's basically got Freezer C assist. That's what Molecular Shield is.
Yep.
it's basically the exact
rocks.
same thing as
Yeah.
that. Yeah, he's got rocks, but not
people. You call it rocks,
actually.
actually.
But yeah, it's rocks, and then he has.
I was gonna say, is it like 18 barrier but better?
I wish.
I mean, I could say like it's basically a barrier crossed with like Frieza C assist because it covers Doom as well.
That's
it has a huge hitbox. It had a huge hitbox.
Yeah, it spins around him and then it fires out.
Yeah, that's why I like Shadow's pointing out in the chat. Molecular Shield just destroys Wolverine.
Yeah, you can't.
You call Wolverine. You call Molecular Shield, and like Wolverine's like, all right, guess I just sit here eating a mix. And in Marvel, you cannot block. I don't care how good you are. I don't care if you go Ichi. You cannot block forever in Marvel. It's just impossible.
Yeah, it has unblockables, right?
That as well, but the mix-up just like how okay. C4, help me. How fast is Magneto's instant overhead? Like 2 frames, right?
Everyone goes about true mix and blah 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 in Dragon Ball.
Mm-hmm.
No one needs to say that because everything is under 10. Like the tri-dash mix so Magneto does like a tri-dash. I'm trying to think if there's anything in Dragon Ball that's similar.
Nobody has a tri-dash. That kills me, dude.
No one has a tri-dash.
That sucks.
A tri-dash is, you know how you got a box dash? A tri-dash is basically you go, okay, I'm not going to
go
a
triangle
at an angle. But what you can do at the angle is hit a button on the way down. So it could be an overhead like an inch off the ground.
So like Milia, basically.
Yeah, a little bit.
No, because Milia doesn't really have a tri-dash either. She's got the fast fall, but she can't hit a button on the way down from the fast fall.
Okay, so let's just say it's Gogeta's double air dash, but you can go diagonally.
Yep, basically.
Yeah, okay. And you can fly if you really want to. But the diagonal part is the problem because it's worse than the fuzzy, right? Because with a fuzzy, you've got a chance. You know there's a 50-50 because you know the low hits the same frame as the high, right? So you know, well, there's no smart way for me to block it, so I'm just gonna hold it. I'm just gonna guess one, right? So you got a 50-50 chance to block it. With a tri-dash, you have to unreact to the movement. You actually have to unreact. So if you see the tri-dash, you've got to go, well, I don't want to stand block first because I wouldn't be able to react to go low when he lands. So I have to just guess. Like, but you have to unreact.
So many people have 50-50s in there.
Yeah. You see the tri-dash and you have to hold down back because you're like, well, I can't react to the overhead anyway. I just got to hope that he scuffs it and just misses the overhead and goes low. Like Magneto.
Very well designed game.
The thing is though, Magneto, if Marvel would be a 1v1, Magneto would rule the game for free.
You'd have to get you to block first though. That's the problem.
True, but Magneto's movement is unrivaled. He has the best movement. If you're good at plink dashing, Magneto has the best movement in the game for free.
Yeah,
I think looking at the cast, Deadpool would be my third.
Deadpool's great.
But
Deadpool's cool.
He doesn't have the thing is the thing with Deadpool, he doesn't do the most damage, but he as a character is actually he's a zoner that can mix your shit for free.
Android 18.
Please, Android 18 is a zoner.
In the snap meta. I mean, she can zone very well. She has Ki Blast. She has more Ki Blast.
But zoning doesn't exist in Dragon Ball, though.
Bro,
I've seen Kaiden.
You have never played against real zoning because you don't know what Morgan Bullet Hell is. You have not experienced real zoning.
That's SMUP. That's actually a SMUP game.
I have played Nier Automata and I have won the end credits.
Oh, well then you should have played Marvel.
Yeah, you should have played Marvel. Honestly, I can already picture it. Nick would actually be that guy that just plays Morgan Doom Virgil.
Oh God.
Not even kidding. I think Nick would do it. Nick would just cheese the hell out, just like firing all those bullets, calling missiles, and then I lost my first 2 characters. It's alright. I'll just do Helm Break with Virgil and kill your team for free.
I mean, if I would do that, I would play Baby Vegeta right now.
Okay.
Well, because Baby Big.
No, because of the Ki Blast everywhere. But I pick my character based on if I think they're cool or not. Not really if they're like the highest tier or not. That's why I picked Jill. Apparently, she was low tier, according to a lot of people. And then now you say, oh, she's actually high tier, but she's just really hard to play. Fair.
Yeah.
But I already knew that I would be playing.
Does
Jill.
anyone really like Zero though? Who actually likes Zero? He's a robot with a human face. That's super weird.
I mean, people just pick him because he's too good. He has like.
I know a lot of people who love the Mega Man Zero game. I know a couple of people who fucking adore them because they basically have the story of Nier Automata. They basically have the story of Nier Automata.
Oh, you know what? Yeah, no, that's fair. I was just thinking he's the only Mega Man character in Marvel 3. That's fair. In
Tron.
Oh yeah, Tron's in it. Yeah, then I don't know why anyone who picks Zero, they're just fiending for W's, bro.
Yeah, but Tron is just like not a very good character. I mean, she's not bad.
She's an Evo champion.
True.
No, she's not. I'm lying.
I was gonna say KBR doesn't.
PR Roll came second.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That's dude. That's vanilla.
Yeah.
With fucking Viscon won with Wesker Hager Phoenix.
Wesker Hager Phoenix. Wesker's an Evo champion. That's crazy because Wesker's actually trash.
Hulk is an Evo champion.
Oh yeah, Wesker's trash. Wesker's super.
Dude, nah. Wesker is not trash. Wesker is really Wesker's fun. Wesker's actually fun.
Oh yeah. Jay, I did not say anything about
but he's not trash.
He's trash.
Dude, no. Wesker's A tier easy. With the glasses off, he's A tier.
Oh no, glasses off, he's usable. I wouldn't even say playable.
What?
He's usable.
Are you one of those guys that just like round star does a super?
No, I'm not one of those guys.
Okay, good.
That's like saying a little Gohan is really good at level 0 because he can go level 1.
Literally Wesker.
Fair enough.
Literally Wesker. He's level 1. He's 0 Gohan. But even when he's got the glasses off, he does a bit more damage, and his teleports are a little bit better, a tiny bit better.
Wait, are his teleports faster when he has the glasses off, or
they go further?
Yeah. I never actually noticed that. I actually never noticed that.
It's not much more, and he gets more links. But why are you linking in the game with chains? Like he can do like gunshot, crouch medium, gunshot, crouch medium, and stuff.
I mean, it's like his best combo string solo.
It is, but he has to either get hit or level 1 to do those routes. That's why he's trash.
Fair enough.
I think he's trash. I love him. He's a sick character.
I used to play him so much. I started out playing Phoenix Wright, but if you want to have fun in Marvel, you just don't play Phoenix Wright. That's
if you want
just
fun in Marvel. You can't really play the characters you like. Like there's so many people that have to sacrifice 1 or 2 characters to make another character viable. Like Pain Blue River, I think is. I'm trying to remember. I think one of those characters. I think he doesn't like Sentinel, but he had to play Sentinel to make Hulk and Hagar work.
But he used when he started Sentinel, he used Rocket Punch instead of drones.
Yeah, he did. He did use Rocket
Your
Punch.
Shadow's going nuts in the chat.
I love Zero, Darnay, Virgil. Yeah, I bet you do. I bet you do.
I bet your favorite characters in Dragon Ball are also Gotenks.
Kid Buu and Broly.
If you like Mega Man, you'd pick Tron as well, not just Zero. So that's how I know anyone who's talking about Zero is just faking it. Because Tron's in the game.
I have only played Mega Man Battle Network, and there was no Tron.
Battle Network is the sickest one, but then you don't really like Mega Man.
I think there was a Zero.
Battle Network is actually super underrated. Just because there's like 15 of them doesn't mean shit.
Oh yeah, no, I think Battle Network's the best one.
I don't know which one.
I never played any Mega Man.
It was on Game Boy Advance, I believe.
There's a couple of guys in the Netherlands that are really like heavy battle. Like they're specifically very hooked on Battle Network. There's like 2 guys.
You meet like these people who have like the nichest game interests who play this one game that like
like every couple of weeks, it's like, yo, I got like Battle Network 27 or something weird number like that. I don't know how many. I think there's like 15 Battle Networks or something.
Some shit like that.
Oh yeah, Tron is from Legends. Rip Legends, dude.
I don't play Legends.
Legends is the awful 3D one on the N64.
And the PlayStation, I think.
Remember that.
That was Adventures.
I don't know.
This one. Yeah, the Game Boy Advance, Mega Man Battle Network. That was a very good game. But it had Zero, and that's why I think Zero is pretty cool.
Zero's cool.
The Maverick Hunter.
I played the Mega Man ZX on the GBA.
Yeah, that was the Zero game, right? Like that was his game.
Yeah, so I have a reason if I wanted to play Zero.
Yo, C4, what team did you play in Marvel?
Oh no, you was gone when I think because Omni asked me this. At first, I played Iron Fist, Chris, Strider, and then because I just wanted to play Iron Fist, he's like a super cool superhero.
He's a super cool superhero.
I like the street level stuff.
Fair enough.
He's a street level stuff. Yeah, he's not a super like strong superhero.
Like you like Luke Cage as well. Man.
Yeah, the hero
Okay,
stuff higher.
cool.
It's sick. Kung Fu and like just a strong street guy. I think that's sick. And then I was like, but I can't win with this team. It's way too hard. It's way too hard. Then I picked Trish, Cap, and Wesker because of I like Trish. All the DMC people forget that Trish is in the game, so they go, "Oh yeah, I love DMC. I'll pick Virgil and Dante." And then I'll pick Zero, and it's like, well, if you like DMC, you should pick Trish as well, right?
I mean, that's literally what. Yeah, I was gonna say this was literally what K-Bread did. He was like very honest, like I played this game for DMC. He did very well with that team. He did very well.
But yeah, everyone forgot about Trish, but Trish is like, I think she's super cool to play in that game, and then she gets an unblockable with Wesker shot.
Yep.
So I was like, this is the only thing I can do.
Harvest super and then IAD jump with the low. That's what Green Ace did. You remember Green Ace?
Cool. He played my team. Well, no, he doesn't play Cap. He
played Doom. He switched to Doom as well.
It wasn't. Yeah. He played.
He did play Dante. Yeah. He did play Wesker, but in the end he switched out Wesker for Doom. I'm pretty sure. Yo, I played at the first. My first real team was Phoenix Wright, Doom, Dante. But now my main team is Cap, Doom, Dante.
Cap, Doom, Dante.
Yo, Cap with Doom assist. You throw the M shield in the air, like you control the screen.
Yeah.
And then when people try to get in, Cap is so good. He does so much damage, dude.
Yeah.
And when they get close, you do H charging star, and then you do a hyper charging star. You get 400k for free.
It's literally like doing a rocket kick with Tohan.
Yeah.
And then having a frame trap behind it. It's like doing rocket kick for Geo, it's just rocket kick. And it being safe all the time. Like, they just can't do anything about it. It's super sick. And if it hits you, you just go into super and then get a confirm off of it. It's so dumb.
And then you pop Axe Factor and you literally can kill any character in the game. It doesn't matter.
Good times. And yeah, Wesker, I think, you know what? I haven't played any Resident Evils, but I know Albert is the fucking guy.
Have you never played a Resident Evil?
I'm playing Resident Evil as well.
I just watch people play it.
Bro.
When I'm in T mode in fighting games, I'll watch people play single player games. That's how I live my life.
So you have like Twitch as a default tab open on Chrome?
All the time. All the time. I know probably more stories from one player games that I haven't played than I've actually played.
Really?
Okay, let me lay this on you. Which game, because I think that you're like the one person I can actually ask this question. What game is better to look at than to play?
What game's better to look at than to play? What, any genre?
Any game.
When Obi's playing, it's horror games.
Good point. Good point.
Pretty funny.
I never seen Mr. Popo play a horror game. It's one of the funniest things you'll ever see. That man is terrified of everything.
Oh, what was that game? I didn't watch all of it because the person I was watching stopped playing it. But I'm gonna watch another playthrough. The game with the guy that's carrying like a baby. He's like a
Death Stranding.
Death Stranding. That was pretty interesting to watch. And I looked at him and I would never play this. This is
it's Delivery Man the game.
Yeah, exactly. But the story looked really cool.
Yeah,
but I was like, I'll never ever play this.
Like for real, Guillermo del Toro's in there, and fucking Norman Reedus.
It's a weird game.
It's super weird. He joins you in the shower. Like fully suited, fully clothed. Guillermo del Toro joins you in the shower, and like he this is like not kidding. He pushes you against the wall and whispers something into your ear. No cap. Actually happens. No, I didn't play it, but I saw the clip. I couldn't be asked. I couldn't be asked because like, oh, you play Delivery Man. I'm like, okay, you're like the opposite of selling it to me right now.
Bostanel.
Yeah, it's pretty
stimulating.
I was gonna say that makes sense why your packages always arrive late, Nick.
You know what else is really sick story-wise is Injustice. I played it because it was a fighting game, but the story for Injustice is actually amazing. Considering it was a game story before it became
the comic.
Normally comics turn into games.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Injustice, the game is the story, then they made it into a comic.
Yeah, the comics the thing is, the comics start off really good, and then you're like, oh, what happens next? And then you read like year 3, and it's like, what the fuck is going on now?
By the way, I just thought of something. C4, I've already asked you that question, but I'm going to ask it again. For those that have paid attention to my tweeters, I have decided that I want to make a video essay, and I want the subject of the essay is why fighting games are worth the struggle. And with the struggle, I mean why for me it is worth to go through all the trouble to learn how fighting games work, and do that every time a new fighting game comes out. Why do I think that struggle is worth it to play those games? And I have a friend. I have a friend that always liked watching fighting games. Like when Evo's on, he'll watch it. If I'm at his place and there's a big fighting game tournament, sure, he'll watch it. It's enjoyable. Like he really likes watching Tekken and Smash, of course, but he's a big Nintendo guy. But like Smash and Tekken are probably his favorite games to watch. And I asked him, yo, why? How come that like every time you try a new fighting game, can't just quite get into it? He told me a very interesting story. He says like, according to him, it's like it's something you need to grow up with. You need to learn how to play fighting games at a young age. According to him, that's all according to him. Like, let me actually pull up the doc because he had some very good, like, interesting. I
think he's
points.
Wow, mate.
I think he had he had a couple very, very good points. Let me see if I can find it, but. What he also said was something I actually never thought about, is that he, in his opinion, the community, like the fighting game community, does a lot of unintentional gatekeeping. Hear me out. His points were, let me look it up.
Smash, yes.
Smash, yeah.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Not Dragon Ball.
No, what he meant was that the FGC uses a lot of terminology. When you're brand new to fighting games, you hear words like cross-ups, mix-ups, fuzzies, matchups. You're like, what the fuck's going on? And for him, that terminology was so, it kind of scared him. Because people, off-putting, thank you. Because of that, and he didn't feel like people wanted to take the time to explain it to him. Or people like expect you to know what a fuzzy or what a mix or a matchup is, and because of that, it was it was really off-putting for him to like try to get into fighting games, because you have you have to learn what 6 different buttons do or 4 different buttons do, and next to that, you need to learn a lot of different things. And I kind of want to know from because you guys play fighting games, how is it that you struggled through your first fighting game? And why was it that you struggled through your first fighting game? I guess Omni, you can go first because I asked you for it.
Okay, fine. I'll go first. Well, my first proper, I guess, fighting game was I played Street Fighter 4 a bunch with Panspan, and we didn't give a fuck. We did not care about optimization. We did not care about combos. We just played it because we liked playing it. Then a few years later, we got into DBSE. We're both Dragon Ball fans, so we got into that. And we learned the universal combo, and we just played that for hundreds of hours. So I guess for me, fighting games are a very social experience. And no one, like, I've never had an issue with the terminology, because it's like every hobby has this. Fighting games aren't exclusively like, these words are so complicated and hard to understand. Ask. Like any semi-competent fighting game player will happily help you out if you need help with, like, terminology. Is like, what does mix up? What does a cross up? What does this do? What does this do? It's like, we'll happily like answer the question to the best of our abilities. But it's not exclusive to fighting games. Every other hobby, every other shooter has it. Every shooter has
camping, 360 no scope.
Yeah.
Loads.
What the fuck is a 360 no scope?
I don't know, but it sounds cool.
Compared to other spheres, like
but I mean, Omni, it's not like he's accusing us. That's like how he sees it, and that's why he just couldn't get into fighting games as a genre. Which I think, if that's his genuine reason, I'm completely fine. If that's what he thinks, I'm fine with that.
Yeah, but I just think it's unfair to say that fighting games have this when literally everything else is. If he was into watching competitive Tetris, that I can tell you what a 3-way T-spin is. It's like,
I know that.
I know what T-spin is, but
because I was Tetris.
I can guess.
I think Omni's saying, like, basically you can't get into anything without having to learn terminology. Like,
fair enough.
Unless your hobby's like tic-tac-toe, I'm sure there's terminology in that. Like, if you get into chess, right? I guess the difference is you play chess, you lose to something, and then you find out the terminology. Where in fighting games, you're told about the terminology before you start playing. So you're told about frame data before you like go into a match. You don't play a match and then someone goes, "That's minus." because if they know you're a casual, they will know that doesn't mean anything to you. So they might say something like, that's unsafe. But yeah, I'm kind of with Omni. I think you have to learn terminology for any hobby. I can't think of a hobby where you don't learn terminology.
I think, from what I hear, I think it's it's everything, all those little reasons combined, right? Because he said gatekeeping, and that's not just because of terminology. Gatekeeping obviously means that there's people trying to withhold you from doing something.
I mean, he didn't say it was like we do it on purpose. Because from what I've known, the FGC is always a very open community. We're very welcoming to new people, but we do it subconsciously. We don't mean to gatekeep, but maybe like the term we use. Because I have done Smash commentary once. I tried it. I like, of course, I'm a traditional fighting game player. I use terms like mix-ups, matchups, cross-ups, etc. But when I watched the stream back, I saw like a lot of people in the stream like asking, "Yo, what the fuck are these terms? Why is this guy saying cross-up? What is that? I don't know what that is." So I can
doesn't play the games they watch.
That's true, but I do with that I do understand what he's coming from. And I really wanted to emphasize it was not intentional gatekeeping. He meant unintentional gatekeeping. Because I don't see the FGC as a community that gatekeeps except for maybe Smash. Because I heard some shit from the Smash community that's dumb.
Here's the thing. Smash is a fighting game, but it's not part of the FGC.
It's too big.
It's too big. It's its own thing. It's its own thing.
Yeah, it's true.
I agree, 100%.
But here's the thing with fighting game terminology, even though if it's unintentional, a lot of the terms aren't game specific either. Like once you know what a tick throw is, once you know what a tick throw is, you can apply that to literally any other game. If you know what mix up is, it's in every game.
Can I make a confession?
Go on.
You don't know what a tick throw is?
No, I knew what a tick throw was.
Okay.
I had to learn what a tick throw was. No, I didn't know what a Kara cancel was until a year ago.
Oh,
That's
I only
fair.
recently learned that. Not gonna lie.
Fair.
Okay.
When I was looking,
That's a very obscure mechanic.
I don't know
That's
what
a
that
good
is.
point. I think that's a good point, right? So there's terminology which borrows from Japanese language. Those ones, I'm like, that is kind of like elitist. There's no need for that. Something like a cross-up, you can't explain it. Like, it kind of explains itself, right? You see the thing, you go, that's a cross-up. And it goes, it's when you jump over someone and you hit them from behind. Like, and then it's like, cross up. That makes sense. You're up, and then you're crossing someone. Like,
what does okizeme has no meaning?
Yeah.
Well, in English,
what is oki?
In Japanese, it
does. It's wake up attack.
The same. Kara is the same. Okizemi's I can't remember. There's like it's like
wake up attack. I think.
Wake up pressure.
Because oki.
Wake up pressure.
Oki's short for okizemi. Yeah. There's okizemi. Kara, I believe, is Japanese.
I don't know what Kara is. I've never heard that before. What is Kara?
Kara's basically cancel.
Oh.
It's basically cancel, yeah. There's one other word, and I can't remember what it is. You've also stuff like meaties. That makes sense. Like why someone wouldn't get what a meaty is. That makes sense.
I had no idea what a meaty was.
Yeah, that makes sense.
This is my favorite term. Meaty is my favorite term.
I love meaty. I love that something could be more or less meaty. That's my favorite thing about meaties, is they can be varied on how meaty they are.
But about Kara cancel, right? In Smash, you have that as well. You have ledge cancel, you have platform cancel, you have jump cancels.
But he's like he plays. To be fair, he doesn't play Smash. He doesn't play Smash competitively. He just plays for fun. Like he does like to minimize the randomness, so no items and stuff. But he does like we play it as a friend. We would never go to tournaments.
Yeah. Okay.
So, but yeah, the thing, but yeah, NickVee, how's it with you? Because I already know C4's answer. But how
can I ask someone in chat real quick? Letardigrade came up with the other word, Yomi.
Yeah,
that's the other word. Yomi is knowing what your opponent's gonna do. That's what Yomi means. But it's a Japanese word again. Yeah, but no one really uses that in Dragon Ball, which is weird.
It's just reads. We call it reads.
Yeah, basically. Yeah,
reads.
Yeah, Nick, how is it?
Again, that explains itself. That explains what it is.
Nick, your first real fighting game was Dragon Ball, right?
Dragon Ball GT Final Bout was my first.
Shut the fuck up.
I played that as when I was 8 or something, But
Your mine was Dragon Ball Budokai 3.
Yeah, but if you look at it like that, then my first fighting game was KOF Maximum Impact.
I was only making a joke anyway. But my first real fighting game was Dragon Ball FighterZ, and your friend said you have to grow up with it. I started playing when I was 27. That's when I picked up my first fighting game.
Wait, how old are you?
I'm 30.
What?
Since today.
Oh yeah, congrats, yo. Guys, it's NickVee's birthday.
Snap.
So be nice to him. Where's your hat? Where's your 5th birthday, man? Wait, can I put... Hold up, I'm gonna put a hat on you.
I am gonna dodge that.
We've got AI tracking. It's gonna follow you around.
But yeah, how come that like Dragon Ball? How you like got hooked to that to be playing
Dragon Ball. And Dragon Ball FighterZ looked really sick. I was like, I'm gonna play that. And I've always been a very competitive person from when I was young. I was playing Halo 1 competitive with Clan Wars on PC. I played Halo 3 MLG. Then I swapped over to Call of Duty 4 Pro Mod. Ooh, and I played all of that at a high level. It was all shooters. And then I stopped playing shooters and I went to League of Legends. And I played it at a high, not as high as Noka or someone, right? But I was breaking diamond at that point, and then I stopped caring.
You know what? The exact same thing. I got to Diamond 5, and I was like, I just don't care anymore. I've got to Diamond.
Exactly. I wasn't gonna try hard enough to go for Pro because I was too old for that. And then Dragon Ball FighterZ came out, and I was like, this looks sick. I'm gonna learn it. And then I got smoked in ranked match against someone. I didn't know the person, right? But I saw his name. And then I looked him up and I found Reddit and I found his username. So I made an account and I sent him a message like, yo, can you teach me this game? And he was like, oh sure, I will teach you this game. And now I'm here.
You know what would have been funny if he went, that person turned out to be Mr. Popo. That would have been pretty funny.
that man Goichi.
That was Goichi. No.
That would have been actually like a sick anime arc. Not gonna lie.
Notorious.
I would say like I don't know if J Marv missed this. So in the after Marvel 3 era sort of came to an end.
No,
but actually, no,
sorry.
In the middle.
Can I just say something, Jack? No way was it Vizcan, Shadow. I refuse to believe it was Vizcan. Either you are lying or you're taking the piss.
Hold up.
No way.
I am sensing Cap. This is Cap.
Yeah, but the guy I messaged responded.
Fair enough.
And he was like, I'll teach you this game. And then we play a lot of match, and he was like, okay, you should look this up. You should go to this Discord. And that is how I came to DBFC EU Discord and got mixed into the community and really got into it. Everyone's really nice, at least in Dragon Ball FighterZ. I hear a lot of people talk shit about at least the Dutch Smash community and the Dutch Tekken community, that they're really toxic.
I mean, just Smash and Tekken communities in general.
I don't know about the Tekken community.
I've only seen or heard people talk about it. Right? I have not witnessed it because one of my friends is a TO for Tekken 7. And he's like, yo, this community can be toxic, but it's also a really cool community. And I think the Dragon Ball FighterZ is the same.
I've never seen much toxicity in DBSA.
No, maybe it's usually just Twitter.
I'm friends with Rocket.
Childish stuff.
Yeah, but then C4, you wake up and I'm gonna use violence today.
Yeah, I'm toxic. I would say, what I consider toxic is quite a high bar, but if I just saw my interactions on Twitter, I'd say, yeah, that person's toxic. But to me, being toxic doesn't mean anything.
Oh, by the way, RomaNova wanted to... Are you going to hop off, Nick, or... Yeah.
Oh, no, I'll hop off. It's his birthday. He's let him meet RomaNova. That is his birthday gift.
I don't care. I already met her on when Damascus was doing the thing.
It's time for a catch-up then, isn't it?
I don't care. Sort it out now, because she wants to join.
Yeah, I'll jump out. Let the 18 players have fun. That's cool. I'll go into the chat.
Oh, I play 18 as well.
Yeah, see, I used to play 18 when it wasn't cool to play, so yeah, it's only fair that I go. I'll be in the chat though.
All right, cool. Thank you, Nick.
Right,
thank you. Ladies, in a bit. All right, now everything's messed up again.
Oh no, I'm half on screen. Oh, I'm actually J3 now. Sick.
Hey.
Hey, she's here. Oh, we got camera.
Hello.
Oh shit.
Hello.
I'm Omni now.
Oh shit.
Let me turn you down a little bit.
No, I'm Nick. Okay, hold on.
Oh, and Nick is me, and I am C4. That's all right. That's all right. We can fix that. Roma, welcome. After a while,
Yeah.
you're finally here. That's I hope you got your nails done.
Yeah.
Nice. All right.
Nice.
So we can finally like for real start the show, I guess. Why is Streamlabs so hard to use? You go there. You go
You
there.
like that?
It,
Yeah, if
it
you're
re-
showing off figures, you know, got the Bayteen stack over there.
Oh, I got it. Nice. Nick has 18 as well. Yo, Omni, you got an 18 figurine?
Oh, one of my figures fell over. I got this. Hold on, 1 second. It fell off the pedestal. That's annoying. Got this Teen Gohan figure, which is nice.
Nice.
Yeah, I have a Gohan in the back holding a Spain flag.
We.
Oh, that's cool.
Is
That's
it
really cool.
adult Gohan or is it teen Gohan?
It's adult Gohan.
For Shanks.
Yeah. El Padre.
Oh, by the way, Roma, do we just call you Nova or Roma or Rose? What would you prefer?
Rose or Nova, it's fine.
All right, cool. So Rose, what I wanted to discuss is probably something a pretty touchy subject, I guess. You are a pretty well-known figure in the FGC, and you are also a woman, which is pretty rare in the FGC. And from what
it's getting better.
It's getting there. It's getting better, but it used to be not as good. And I've seen like every time I watch you commentate on we play UFL because I like watching Mortal Kombat streams, and there was a lot of some hostility in the chat. I was like, why? And I was kind of wondering because you see it, we see it a lot when there's a woman on stream when it comes to fighting games, chat just does this dumb shit. And I was like wondering how can the FGC like improve on that? Because I know you're a very vocal on Twitter about stuff like that.
Yeah, I try not to be because I try not to let it bother me. The only things that bother me is anyone trying to discredit my accomplishments, you know, because I did work hard to get where I am. Like before I ever commentated, the first game I commentated like on a serious level was Injustice 2. And I went into that after being a QA analyst on the game that's credited in the credits. You know,
oh, nice.
Like, most of my day was literally just going through frame data, checking things that they work properly. You know, different strings, other things in the game. And so I come from a technical side, and I continue that into like commentary in other games, even though I wasn't working on them. And you know, my style is play by play and kind of like analytical in a way. I'm not a hype person usually. Like there are moments where I get really hype, but my style is not like a hype person. And a lot of people like want that and expect that, it seems. And not everyone's gonna be a Yipes or you know, a Tasty Steve with their style. And it's about your pairings. And I guess like to like answer the question without getting too off, because this is a big subject I can cover, is just
I mean, go ahead, spit it out, whatever you want.
People need like chat just needs moderated better in general. But it speaks for itself more that like the OGs, you know, of the community were in the chat for We Play, for example. When people were like, who is this girl, get her off, like they were the ones, like the OGs, like that do have a reputation that's good, being like, that's RomaNova, she's been here for a while. Whereas, like, there's just, because the game's grown so much and it's such a popular game, there are so many people that have just, like, come in that have no idea of the history of this community, let alone the women, like, in the history and stuff. And if they do know some of the women, they seem to only focus or hyperfixate on the women that are just, like, trying to, you know, win competitions. Where they're important, but also the women doing content or commentating, for instance, are also really important to this community as a whole too, and also for being the people that kind of pave this pathway for more women to join. You know, like I posted something not too long ago just to promote positivity, where it was like, what are women that inspired you? And the women that inspired me to like at least do commentary and continue with what I was doing when I was like getting into the FGC was seeing Persia commentate Marvel vs. Capcom and seeing Kayani just like rocket in the Soul Calibur community. So, you know, it's you know, every woman that, you know, you pave a different path, you know, and there's room for more to come in. But yeah, those people like kind of, you know, you gotta kind of stick up for the women when you can, and it's not being a white knight or a simp when you do it, because
banned.
bottom line is like if you're not like speaking up against it and stuff, they're gonna think it's okay to behave like that, and that shouldn't be welcome in the community, you know?
Yeah, I'm sorry for just dropping such a bomb question on you, but it's something that has been bothering me for actually a while, because I've been in the FGC for like almost 10 years now, and the ratio of like male versus female is so skewed, which I think is a shame. It's a real shame. And because you said there's like a lot of it's just still like when you're on stream, people in chat are like, why is she here? And that scares a lot of girls or females off, women off. And I think that's a shame, once again. But yeah, once again, sorry for just dropping such a big question on you. But
sorry, I had to put my phone on vibrate. I was like, oh no, it's gonna like, you're gonna hear beep beep. You know, so.
But yeah, I do think it's something that does need to be addressed. So that's why I wanted to bring it up. And C4 got a question. I think it's so funny. You work for Hi-Res, right?
I do.
Okay, so I used to play a shitload of Smite, like 5 years ago. And,
yeah, I play a bit of Smite every now and again.
And C4 played a shit ton of Smite as well. And C4 wants me to ask you, what if any, are the biggest difference between the Smite community and the FGC?
It's hard to say because I don't have as much connection to the Smite community, but the community I work with Paladins, it's a lot younger in a way of a group of people, and I'd say the overlap with all communities is you have like your top influencers that, you know, most of them are good most of the time and stuff, and I don't know, you're always going to have, no matter what community it is, these people that like, you know, harass and, you know, mess with other people, the devs, all that. You see it with fighting games too. You know, they are very similar in that way. Like I see people on my timeline harassing devs about like, why is this character busted or blah, blah, fix this, you know? It's kind of like a gimme, like instant gratification culture that we have now, if you think about it.
Yeah.
And as much as we want stuff, there's a right and wrong way to go about vocalizing that you want something, you know, and that's how it kind of is for everything. I will say about the Smite community, it is a more mature community. Its age demographic is definitely like more like 20 something and above. And I think some of that comes from it being around for so long and coming from console gaming originally. Like a lot of people main that game still because of being mostly console gamers, since it started on Xbox. So I hope that like kind of helps give, like, you know, I don't have like the best insight, but I know that you know,
I heard like Hi-Res is a really chill company to work for.
Yeah,
like, I've heard a lot of positive stuff about Hi-Res.
I've been there for 3 years, so yeah.
Have you worked with Amanda by any chance?
No, I think I'm trying to think. What does she go by? Does she have like a gamer name? Is it with a K?
Let me check.
I don't know. There was an Amanda.
Amanda Erickson, a wild Amanda, she's called on Twitter.
It might have been somebody before my time that went to Rooster Teeth. I know there was an Amanda.
Yeah, she went to Rooster Teeth. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, she was before my time.
Oh, okay.
I before my time.
Because I went to Gamescom a couple times, and Hi-Res was already very big on Gamescom. For some reason, that was like their biggest EU event, and I met a couple of Hi-Res people there. Thought maybe you would know that. By the way, C4 asks a question as well. Do you think it's better to call out or ban or pull up and educate the people that are causing problems for women in the FGC?
I'd say like, do you mean like in Twitch chat?
I mean, IRL, Twitch chat, whatever.
I think like the only thing that would warrant a ban is like assault, you know, or like stalking. Like if somebody's like going out of their way to really do something insane, that would warrant a ban. Bans though, like, you know, that to me is what would warrant one. I think that banning them, no, but I think it's a moment for education, and it's worth just ignoring and blocking them in the future if you try to politely, you know, tell them why they're, you know, not right for, you know, saying these kind of things that they're saying, and they still, you know, try to defend that behavior. So
yeah, there's the difference between open-minded and closed-minded people.
Very true.
I think when you're trying to educate a closed-minded person, they're just not going to get it because they don't want to get it. And I think at that point you might as well just ban them for at least a while.
Yeah, I mean, I know that they're working in the FGC about like some kind of
code of conduct. They want to make a code of conduct, right?
Yeah, and there are people that I've seen, like there's a list ongoing of people who have been banned for doing things, whether it was sexual assault or abuse and stuff. So
I mean, if someone does that, I'd say fuck them. If those people do that kind of stuff, I'd say you should not be in that community. You should be exited and like not be able to. And that's why. Okay, so the whole shit with the Smash stuff, like last summer, it was such it was hard. Yeah, it was heartbreaking. But I think looking at it right now, because it's almost a year ago, I think it was a good. Like I'm not gonna say culling, but it was a good opportunity to get rid of the toxic and bad people, to get that out of the Smash community. Because from what we've seen right now, like a lot of new stuff has come to light with stuff with Nairo and stuff. I don't want to get into that because that's a whole different kind of worms. But it has exited some very bad people. We're not gonna get into those, but it does. Like when you look at it right now, I am happy that those people did get exposed, that we do know their names, and that we do know, okay, these people are not welcome in this community anymore.
Yeah, no, I mean that's how it has to be. I do believe some people can grow and change and stuff, but like we're not, like when you do something that extreme, you don't get to just still be around while you're working on that. So yeah.
Especially when you're like commentating or competing in a kids game.
Oh yeah.
That's the most fucked up. That's like the biggest fucked up reason about that, because people like kids from 9 years old play Smash and go to tournaments. Yeah,
I mean, kids of all, like, you think like look at Sonic Fox. They started playing fighting games when they were 11, like at tournaments, you know. So like I think, like, granted, it's mainly an adult environment, like, so you should probably be with an adult if you're a younger kid going to these, honestly. But with that being said, too, that's why I think, like, if I can bring up just a random point, somebody in my stream last night popped in and was like, I wish you commentated at WePlay the way you commentate on your streams. On my streams, I'm just, like, saying, like, you know, the F-bomb and,
you can swear here, don't worry, it's fine.
Okay, I was saying fuck and bitch. Like, you know, just potty mouth stuff just from, like, you know, trying to, like, relearn. I was relearning Soul Calibur. And I was like, I wouldn't have the opportunities if that was my commentary style, because you can't go, there's a level of professionalism.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about, yeah.
We have our hype people, but even they have to kind of put a can on, you know, a little bit of a filter on stuff when they're doing that, right?
Yeah, so. C4 has one more question for you, by the way. It's this commentary related. With notations between different games being vastly different, as a commentator, would you prefer a universal notation for commentating to help players cross from one game to another, or do you feel it would cause more confusing at this point?
I feel it would cause more confusion, because I feel like it's what makes a game unique, and like if you're a commentator, you're gonna study enough, or like you should be, and you should be like actively grinding these games, like, in a way. So you should know. But It's nice when some stuff overlaps. Like last night, again, relearn. Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say a lot of the fighting game commentary terms do overlap. A mix-up is always going to be a mix-up.
Yeah.
A low is always going to be a low. A cross-up is always going to be a cross-up. There are tons of terms, tick throws. There's tons of things that are going to be like
hard knockdown. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like all that. But yeah, like the number, that was like the hardest thing, is going from just being a competitive NRS game player to then getting, you know, all deep into Dragon Ball FighterZ and never having grinded an anime game before. And even though some people will argue it's not like an anime game, because like it's not like a Guilty Gear or you know, that it still has the same notations, and like learning the numpad kind of thing with the directions, it was tough at first, but then, you know, like it clicks after you do it long enough. You practice, you say it, you practice saying it, and that actually helped carry me over to getting back into Soul Calibur. Hi, baby. I have a happy dog.
Nice.
After getting back into Soul Calibur last night, like you know, like they use like the number thing.
Yeah, for the buttons, right? Like one is an L.
Yeah, like your direction.
Oh, yo, you know who we got in the chat? We got Milos.
Speaking of Soul Calibur, yeah. But yeah, some of them definitely carry over though, C4. I don't think a universal one would be possible. It would be like a cool thing, but then you'd have like people throwing freaking chairs. Like, I don't want to give up, you know, what I've, you know, learned for years and everything. So I feel like games are just gonna have their thing, and that's how it's gonna be, you know. Mortal Kombat's definitely like one of the easiest, and I noticed like sometimes, like when I was trying to learn Tekken for a second, it seemed like some of the NRS notations almost worked, like when I was looking up the way notations go for Tekken, like some similarities. But yeah,
there's a little similar.
Some do have that overlap. Some do have that overlap. Where then you just have Street Fighter that's like the super old school, like quarter circle forward. You know, like
I like the bluntness of Street Fighter, QCF.
Yeah.
Sure, you can motion. It's like comforting.
I grew up with Street Fighter. Like, of course, you got like light punch, medium punch, heavy punch. I was lazy at the time. I learned Street Fighter, so I just literally I memorized jab, strong, and fierce. I used those terms, and people are like, "What are you talking about?" And those were the 09ers that didn't know what a short or a forward was, or a roundhouse.
I'll use like those terms for other games too sometimes, and they work.
Yeah.
Like I'll do a, like, I mean, you say, how many games like do you say DP, and you know, and like you just I think the first time I heard like that term was Street Fighter. So you know,
yeah, because back in the day, for those who don't know, Capcom would put on their like old Street Fighter cabinets, like Street Fighter 2, Street Fighter 3. It wouldn't say light punch, medium punch, heavy punch. It would say jab, strong, fierce for the punches, and short, forward, roundhouse for the kicks. So they can like, so it was easier to understand because you have two words like light punch, light kick. People could get confused, so that's why they use like older terms. But Roma, I know it's kind of like focused on you, but I had a lot of questions for you. This is the last question for you. You have worked with like very big companies when it comes to commentary stuff. We're talking like WePlay and Bandai, of course, being probably the biggest one, I guess.
Yeah, them and Red Bull. Red Bull.
Yeah. How is it working with like big companies doing commentary? Is that of course it's going to be a lot different when you're doing like grassroots stuff or your own stuff, but yeah, what's the atmosphere like working with such a big company?
It's really nice because it feels like the payoff's there from having, you know, gone to so many tournaments on your own dime and booked your own hotel rooms before, you know, buy all your own food. And then you finally work a couple years doing that at like your own cost to finally have that moment where you get treated by some company on their dime to work an event for them. So you're dedicated to like just, you know, being there on time, you know, making sure you're like 100% and stuff. And yeah, I mean, it's incredible. It's an incredible feeling, like from commentary to like even like the at first I was hired ever by Red Bull, not for commentary. I was hired for like being like a cosplay like guest to like go around and just like take photos with people and like, you know, be hype and stuff. And, you know, it's not hard to be hype when you're already into the game. So that's cool. You know, same with ESL. That was like my first event ever was ESL MKX Pro League Season 2. But yeah, Bandai doing with Red Bull for the Dragon Ball World Tour Finals, that was just like insanely wholesome, going out to dinners at night with these people on the production staff, you know, the nonstop Red Bulls at your command after being jet lagged, just having I'm like, can I have a sugar-free? Boom, got it. And then like, you know, you get your meal passes, like, you know, they either cater or like at that they had food trucks, which was sick.
Wow.
I love the food
that's
trucks.
awesome.
Yeah. And I guess just they're very hospitable. We play like, you know,
Did they fly you to Ukraine?
Yeah.
Wow, that's
they
insane.
They paid for the COVID tests.
Wow.
Everything.
Oh, that's awesome.
That's cool. That's cool.
Yeah.
But that just shows how much like a company values you as a person, because you are a talent to them. You are like I think I've done 3 Red Bull events in the Netherlands, so they're not as big. They were like strictly local, like made for the Netherlands, but it's still Red Bull, so I'm still up on my resume.
Yeah.
I don't care. And we had like
absolutely.
The thing is, actually, like my first real commentary gig was actually on Red Bull because they needed Street Fighter 5 commentators, and nobody wanted to commentate Street Fighter 5. I'm like, sure, I'm a Dragon Ball commentator, I'll do it, whatever. And then I had only like 2 rules. They weren't very strict. I had 3 rules. I don't know if you had the same rule, Rose, but we had to have an open can of Red Bull in front of us at all times. Did you have that as well?
I don't remember. I feel like they only said that if you have the Red Bull, like it needs to be open and it needs to have the logo facing. But I don't think you were required to always have one for the ones that I did, at least. I don't know.
I could be mistaken.
This was during the World Tour, because I also worked their World Tour stop in Puerto Rico as well. Now you got me thinking.
Yeah, so I had to I think you're right. If we had a can of Red Bull, it had to be open. It wasn't allowed to close, and you had to the logo needed to face a certain way. We also weren't allowed to cuss, which makes sense. Which makes total sense.
On a professional broadcast, you're like, nah, that's just. Yeah. I almost did at the finals for a second, and Damascus like had to like grab onto me, like not because he knew I was cussing, but he knew I was like, because I caught myself and I was like, I said I messed up. I've always wanted Deborah in a game, and I messed up saying Deborah somehow, and I was gonna like I almost said fuck, and I was just like, and I was like,
swallowed it.
He was like, it's okay. It's okay.
Your Damascus sounds like he's such a nice dude. You cannot love Damascus.
He's the all father.
Yeah.
You know, Shanks is El Padre, but he's Damascus is like the FGC dad, dude.
Yeah. Yeah, and like the last rule I had was I had to commentate as if the people that were watching were, I guess I'm not gonna say idiots, but they didn't know about the game. Like that was one of the rules we had as well. We had to cater to the casuals.
I mean, it's good regardless in your commentary style. Like some people, when I go simple, sometimes when I'm doing either play-by-play or like analysis, there'll be people that are like, does this girl even play the game? Because like sometimes it's not always like super high level tech stuff that I'll say. But that's something that like I've even been told, you're not always just like the competitive side is like a small portion of most of these communities.
Yeah.
And for a game that like, for instance, Dragon Ball, that's like got a very large casual community too. You know, they don't know it as well, so they're gonna also feel like included by having some like, you know, less stuff. Even saying like, even not being sure of a call, like you're like, is that gonna kill? You know, like that kind of makes them feel like you're almost like not, you know, too snooty and stuff, you know. But ultimately I just vibe the way I vibe. So.
Yeah, I sometimes when I commentate, I try to say like down heavy instead of 2H.
Oh yeah,
or
that's a
I
classic.
try to say anti-air, but it's kind of hard when you always read combos by their notation. So you're like, oh, you 2H'd him. Oh, what a good 2H, and they're like, wait,
What
casuals
did
don't
it
really
wait?
understand
Yeah.
that.
I do, with my commentary style, I'll generally try and go for average players. That's kind of what I think is best. Is for people who kind of know enough about the game to know what like a 2H is, obviously, but not enough to know about some of the complex frame data and stuff like that, and like variable.
Oh, we got an extra guest. Oh, she's cute. She wants attention.
Oh, this is Cora.
Cora, that's nice. I like that. You're a big Avatar fan?
I do like Avatar, and she's my little poop bender.
New episodes airing on Earth Day, I believe.
What?
Yep.
What?
There's
Wait,
some,
what?
apparently at the end of Earth Day or Earth Weekend, there will be some Avatar episodes, fan-made apparently.
What?
Oh,
on the
yeah, I read about that one. I read about
on
that.
the official Avatar YouTube.
Well, apparently they're going to be doing like spin-offs and stuff too.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Nickelodeon made like a
Avatar.
whole new studio Avatar.
Studio Avatar, yeah.
I'm
Mhm.
hyped,
I hope
dude.
it's good.
Mhm.
There was a good question in the chat from Pantapan. He said, on Guilty Gear Strive's developer backyard, they said they intentionally didn't put all the info in the tutorial so people could learn at their own pace and such. What do you think of this? Like, it's specifically
I have a hot take.
excluding.
I'll
Okay,
go
go-
last.
you go
I'll go
first.
last. I know I go last.
I
I got a
think-
hot take.
I like it because I played the
Oh.
Skullgirls tutorial recently. I played it, and I was like, "This is too much information. Do you really expect me to soak this all in immediately?" And it's like I felt overwhelmed. I like to learn a fighting game. Just go into training mode, figure out what the optimal stuff is. Maybe look up an online guide. I think tutorials are often bloated. Are often very bloated with stuff that you don't really need to know yet. If you're just starting out in the game, don't give you everything that you need to know. Learn that gradually.
Yeah, I actually agree a lot with you. So having worked at NetherRealm, they started.
I can see
started
Force
with-
tearing his hair out for not being on the show right now. He's a Guilty Gear guy.
I told you
They-
before.
They
I told
pulled
you.
they started working more and more on a more in-depth tutorial themselves, which I think I don't know because I don't play those anymore in NRS games, but I believe like it's way more refined now and everything, where they have different levels, like, you know, beginner, and then like there is like a level or an option, I believe, for these that also kind of like gives you ideas about competitive, where it shows you how to punish even. Like what a punish is, and it teaches you
Wait,
that.
in NRS games, do they do that?
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
Then I probably missed that because I tried to get into Mortal Kombat 11. I just couldn't do it.
I think they implemented it in like the last update or one of the like
yeah.
in Injustice 2. This is when they started this.
Okay.
I
Yeah,
don't know
didn't
the
play that.
tutorials like in MK11, but this is in Injustice 2 that they, you know, completely revamped and redid, you know, went further. And a lot of the influence for that actually came from I believe Guilty Gear.
Nice.
And how their tutorials went. So with this, I agree. I think like I don't think leaving it out completely is okay. Like I hope that there's that like level thing. Like I hope that like if you just want to get in and learn the basics and not something over the top, there should be like a like different level system, you know? And then
Mm-hmm.
It should be better than what Dragon Ball has.
Yeah.
I mean, Dragon
Yeah.
Ball does
Yeah.
include punishes and stuff.
Does it though? It did in
Have
season
you played their combo
3.
trials?
It did in
No,
season
no.
3. It was
It's
too
combo
late.
trials.
I don't know if a game specifically does this. I had to learn it on my own, but it would be cool if a game taught you how
Yeah,
to
the dojo.
use how to use training mode to your advantage more.
Yeah.
How to
Yeah.
a tutorial to show you how to just go through and properly record an AI so you can practice certain things against the AI and set it up
Yeah.
differently. That would be like the ultimate, like if that isn't in a game yet. Devs,
That's
if
a
you
very
can do
good point.
That is,
Okay.
that would be sick because all the work is done in the lab.
Mhm.
Okay.
You want to know my ultimate thing that devs should implement, according to me?
What's that?
It's importable recordings.
Oh, that's
Oh,
so
yeah,
good.
that would be
So
great.
if
How
people
would
are
you
like, I
implement
made the
that though?
ultimate- I made
If
the
somebody's
ultimate.
in
just
the
garbage
90s.
at like, you know, trying to do that themselves, just
Yeah, just like if there's
I'm
some
sure
guy.
it's made for PC. Like
Yeah,
I
for
bet
PC would be
Yeah.
easy.
It'd be
There's a
easy,
tool
but
for
as
Dragon Ball that
far
actually
as-
does that. I think there's
PC?
yeah, I think for Dragon Ball you pick 21 and I don't know who made it. Maybe it was like Lord Knight's the defense
Maybe it was the OG Larry guy from Twitter.
Yeah, it was someone who made like
a
a tool that you have to pick 21 and put it on a specific point in the team, in the opponent team, but you let the thing do its like you let the macro kind of program do its thing, and then you got you got defense regiments, and that's really cool. But okay, so I thought I had a hot take, but apparently y'all just agree with me. But I think my opinion does differ a little bit. I think it's both. I do see where they're coming from, but outright leaving it out is not something I would do. I would say once you completed the regular tutorial, give the player a choice. Like, hey, by now, like, have a pop-up. Okay, right now you know the most basic stuff. You know how to do combo, like simple combos. You know how the buttons work. You know how the movement system work. What you can do, you can try to play the game and discover on your own. What you can also do is go to the advanced tutorial and just learn the stuff we want you to learn it, but you can also just discover it yourself. I would say don't make it obvious, because most of the people, when they say, oh, more things, I got to learn more things. Okay, let's learn more things, because that people don't want to miss out. I mean, FOMO is a thing. So I would say give them the choice to either do the advanced stuff or just let them go through to do player matches or go online. I would do it like that, but I do think it's a good call from Arxis for them.
You know what's really underused right now? I think it's the report scores after a game. I think there could be much more information worked into that, and with that I mean like, oh, the game recognized that there were, let's say, it sees how many punishes you can do in one game.
Okay, keep going.
And the game says, well, you only used 2 punishes out of 29. So you get a low score on this. You should work on it. I think that's something that the game could do, especially with the artificial intelligence being on the rise right now. I think that could be like a very interesting thing to do. Just report scores.
Mm-hmm. But the thing is, though, like, fighting games have had reports for forever.
Mm-hmm.
And I never paid attention to those.
No, I never paid it. It's like,
I know Dragon Ball is like, yo, you got this, but you got like this many points. Like, I don't care. I got either a W or an L.
Elaborate.
I have so many stories of like, I can't count how many times I stream Dragon Ball, and the first thing people ask is what rank I am, and I'm like,
what?
Living Legend. I don't care.
Yeah, but
offline's what matters. I don't just play ranked all day in this game, and half the time when you do, you get,
shitty connections.
5LL.
Yeah, if I get like a Tohan Vegito who just 5LLs you, that's like, great, I don't feel like I've interacted.
I had a guy doing Jiren shoulder charge into UI Goku A assist off the start of every game last night. Like,
fun. It's a fun game.
Okay. It's giving me like flat. Nothing. I feel like nothing would be worse like round start than Android 21 at the beginning of the game, like jump medium.
Oh, I want to touch on something that Nick said about like the report card being more detailed. I don't think like missed punishes you had would be something that is really feasible, because the game needs to be really fucking smart to see that. I think it's almost impossible to see, but what it could do is that in Dragon Ball, the game could pretty easily see how many of your super dashes got 2H'd. I think if it tracked stuff like that, or how many times you got hit by a command grab, how many times you got hit by a dragon rush, how many times you hit your opponent, opened up your opponent with an overhead or with a low. If it showed stuff like that, I think that would really help, because it shows your strength, but also your weaknesses. And I see.
You 2H, 0 super dashes.
By Broly.
Yeah, that's a good.
But I think it's interesting if the game then like says maybe you should follow this part of this tutorial. Maybe you don't know that yet.
Yeah, that's a good point.
And that way you gradually learn the game when you need to. Basically,
here's something that I think should be. I think something that should be implemented in every fighting game is built-in tournament modes.
Yeah.
The fact that it isn't in fighting games, I think, makes running tournaments so much
what
more
do you mean?
difficult.
Okay, elaborate.
So this idea of like, say you can go online and you say there's a list of tournaments starting up, like join this tournament, and then it automatically does the seeding for you. It automatically does like all the placements and stuff. I think that would make life so much easier for TOs. I think that would.
Based on what? Based on your online rank?
Yeah.
OB Assassin being seed number 60 and MLG Joker being seed 1? I don't know.
I think I vomited in my mouth a little.
No. That's what, but you could make your own on them and have no.
So you make like a bracket,
like a tournament maker, like a tournament bracket.
But like give like the amount of options is in like maybe like a Call of Duty private lobby, stuff like that.
Yeah.
That actually doesn't sound that bad.
I think it's weird that it's not in every game by standard because it can't be that hard to make a bracket maker in a game.
I mean, but then's the question: like, do the devs like really give a shit? They know tournaments are gonna get run regardless.
It's difficult. It's true, but also I think that for example, a lot of chess sites they have like just tournaments just running daily, like just for different things and different time controls and stuff. And they're not run by anyone, but you could just join them no matter what rank you are and just kind of just play in them. I think something like that fighting games work really well.
Elo system.
Yeah, that's true. But Elo is so hard to like really understand how it works. People say they know how Elo works. Like, no, you don't.
No one knows.
Nope. Nobody knows how MMR, Elo, any matchmaking works.
It's. I don't even want to go into that can of worms because I know so much about it, and it's just there's never going to be a perfect way to do that. Like it also depends like on how many people are online at a time because you're not going to get a good game against somebody similar rank if you're depending on your region and all that. That's next.
Yep. But then again, like people know that matchmaking is such a fucking bitch to get right that people don't even complain about it. People like, yeah, we know matchmaking is just gonna be like if you play 100 games, probably 10 of those will be a good experience where you play against someone that is actually has the same exact amount of skill. Your other 90 games will either you win very convincingly or you lose convincingly. But then again, that's why people complain about netcode because at least it makes the matches playable. And then you find people that do have your skill level, and then the game, like the matchmaking doesn't matter because you find your own games. I mean, that's why matchmaking servers are so popular. And that's why your rank doesn't matter. You can be, I played a lot of Marvel 3 and on PlayStation as well and on PC. And like I played a lot of ranked when it was on PS3, which was a terrible experience. Because PS3 online is, let's say it's not a fun experience, to say the least. But like, I fought against people who were like 4th or 3rd Lord on Marvel, which is like, guess you'd say like 2.5 mil BP on Dragon Ball comparatively. And I would be like a beginner, and I would still beat them. They're like, oh, you're such a low rank. Guess what? It doesn't matter. Ranks don't matter, and I think it's time people stopped giving so many shits about your rank.
Yeah, ranks, you could be like the top of a leaderboard, and you still might get washed offline at a tournament. So.
Look at Shuridan.
Oh my god! I knew you were gonna say that.
I don't think Shuridan's bad. Like I do not, for the record, I do not.
Clip this, chat. Clip this. Clip this.
Destroy then.
I'll get. I played him before. He destroys me, but I'm not saying he's a bad player at all. But he's far from the best Dragon Ball player there is. I don't think anyone would deny that.
Yeah, he does have like that. I think he and Full Metal Fury just got bored and played ranked till they got 9,999,000.
Yeah, they got max VP.
Yeah.
I think the rank system works.
Time.
Yeah, I think the ranked system works on a lower level.
Yeah, yeah.
Because then you gradually get better opponents till you start beating them. But at a certain point, it really doesn't really matter because either people grind for whatever reason and they're bad or maybe good, and the others don't care.
Yeah. I
And
mean, like only people that are new to Dragon Ball care about ranks.
100,000. Yeah, basically.
My eye is so itchy. I'm sorry.
That's fine. You got hay fever?
J3 said PS3 online.
I mean, allergies have been horrible.
Oh.
Pollen is so bad.
I mean, it's a good thing you got your 5G. Otherwise, people would think you got COVID all the time.
Yeah, definitely.
Dude, okay.
I got the bars.
Okay, so I just want to say that the US did like a pretty miraculous comeback from being an absolute dumpster fire handling COVID cases to probably having like vaccinating like the most vaccinated country in the world.
Yeah.
Like you guys are vaccinating so fast.
Yeah. The UK kind of sucks at it right now.
Oh, don't get Nick and me started about the Netherlands.
Yeah.
60 pluses still don't have it.
Milo's knows.
Yeah, like here, like the people that are 60 and over, like they not even all of them have gotten their shot yet because they've been like, no, we're not gonna use Astra because blood clots, and now Johnson got like blood clots risk as well, and then they calculate the risk and it's like 1 in 1.5 million get a blood clot. I'm like, okay.
People probably think it's okay to take birth control, but birth control,
yeah,
you risk getting blood clots every day you take that if you're a woman. So,
guess that doesn't matter. But yeah, it's so COVID. It's so dumb. But okay, so we've talked about COVID a lot on this show, and I've said like the reason why we're sitting here right now is of COVID. And something that C4 said that COVID was probably the best thing that has happened to fighting game commentators specifically.
I think it's given a lot of opportunities to people who didn't get their chance to shine, like during like tours and stuff. Like definitely, like we've seen like a rise, especially with Dragon Ball, of like really talented people like getting to like jump on with like the Battle Hour and with the nationals. So I totally agree.
I mean, we can say the same about players, having them having to play online is so bad.
It's hard unless you're playing an NRS game right now online, or I think Skullgirls has rollback. Like you're just not having the best.
Or you're one of them, like the three them's fighting cards players. You're one of those three. You're one of those three.
Dude, I played.
Great game should have way more playership than it actually does.
It used to be
I'm not into the ponies, but it's
no, but the game's really good.
Yeah,
kind of off-putting though.
Yeah.
I used to have a roommate that was learning it and playing it and trying to tell me to play it, and I was like, yeah, I'm good.
Yeah.
Or Battle for the Grid. Battle for the Grid has great netcode.
Okay, yeah.
Dunk has been telling me to play Thames Finding Herd for so long. I'm like, yeah, but ponies.
Yeah, not surprised Dunk plays that.
It drives me crazy seeing the people in the NRS scene complain about like how there's still no Wi-Fi. Like there's it tells you if they're on Wi-Fi or not, but there's not an option to decline automatically if it's Wi-Fi.
What?
Like,
what?
But they'll like beg for it. But the whole point is that the rollback's supposed to be good enough that you should be able to still have a good match with this person on Wi-Fi because it tells you their ping. And if it is too high, you can decline.
Oh, that makes sense.
You can still decline if it's too high. But I hate seeing that. Meanwhile, we're struggling over here in like Dragon Ball, just wanting like rollback, and they're a game that have rollback, and the people still like aren't happy.
I mean,
people always complain.
Yeah. They're gonna find any reason to just be like, oh, I don't like this. Make it better. It's like
until it's perfect, and then they say, yeah,
we like the old way better. We like the old way better.
Yeah.
People like shit netcode.
Yo, C4 got a pretty good question. What are people's thoughts on NRS having an esports mode with no blood and etc., so it could be shown to a bigger audience?
I don't know the general thoughts of it. I'm sure people would be okay with it if it meant getting to play NRS games on ESPN or something.
Mm-hmm.
Like they would do it just because it's good for the showcase. But I mean, the blood and gore is kind of what makes Mortal Kombat Mortal Kombat. So
yeah, it's a selling point.
Yeah, but at first when it came out like on the Super Nintendo or something, or like the Sega Genesis, I don't know which console,
no,
like the selling point was blood.
You have to do Abacab.
Yeah. But yeah, like back in the day when Mortal Kombat was like it got its footing, it became big because like gore and violence and blood. And of course, like for the casual audience, that makes a big difference. That is a reason why they play. But when you're at the top, like it doesn't matter if there's blood or if there's gore. If you're Sonic Fox, you just want to mix people to high hell. That's what you want to do. Blood doesn't matter. If anything, it could be distracting. Actually, I think.
Yeah. Nothing was like the blood was like over the top in MKX actually. You get like just bloody. So, but yeah, I don't know. It's that was an interesting one. But yeah, trying to think of what.
Yeah. You're the NRS person right here. We only play Dragon Ball.
Yeah, it's funny. Dragon Ball took over my life, but I come from the NRS, you know, so it'll always be there and always be down to do stuff with it and have fun with it, commentate it, keep up with it. But I think just from how well I've been treated as well with Dragon Ball, it remains my priority as far as commentary and gaming. So,
well, I was just gonna have a question about that. What do you think We Play has brought to the tournament scene? Because that was a really big stage, and I think a lot of money went into that.
yeah.
Is it a game changer, maybe?
I think it could be just to also maybe encourage companies that normally would have these world tours that can't do that right now. Maybe they have the funding and think it would be a good idea to do that for themselves. You know, that would be a great thing to see from other companies, like looking in, because you don't necessarily like. I would love to see We Play do so much more different games and everything, but you know, it shows that if you have this money and everything, you don't necessarily need them to be the only ones hosting these productions. You know, I would love to see other companies, you know, maybe do an invitational, like, you know, Dragon Ball did a great job of doing their own with the Nationals, but it was online. I would love to see like a, you know, almost like a summit of time kind of thing, you know, happen again. But like, you know, not as much about content, but about the games, and do like the round robin style and everything. And it be, you know, done specifically by, you know, Bamco Arxis. That would be amazing to see. But, you know, and if they're the ones doing it, then it's, you know, possible. But they're a touchy like one, like because of it being an anime as well.
C4 keeps hitting me with these big NRS questions. I'm gonna make this the last one, otherwise, yeah, it's gonna be. Sorry, he asked, "Do you think the big difference between Injustice and MK was on purpose? Heavy zoning versus heavy rushdown. Do you think the two styles being in different games is good, or would you like to be there an NRS game with a balance between the two? Because from my experience, I do know that Injustice, well, especially the first one, was very zoning focused, with Superman just basically dominating the everything."
Lasers.
Yeah, lasers. You jump up laser. And yeah, in Mortal Kombat X, like 10 specifically, I know like Katana, Aaron Black, Scorpion just ran the game with their like unrelenting rushdown, and zoning was basically not really a thing in MKX. Like, yeah, how do you feel about that?
I mean, zoning was still a thing then too. Like you had Sector shooting missiles at you. But yeah, Injustice 2 had a little bit like more, and then like toned down later a lot of the zoning in the end. I felt like, because you had the game start off with Deadshot kind of just being a little too strong. We had always kind of told Paulo that his low shot was too good as well. You know, and eventually it got nerfed. Hey, stop crying, baby. It's okay. It's okay.
I thought that was a bird chirping.
No, my dog's crying. She wants to go out soon, so I know we're getting close, so I'll be able to let her out in a little bit.
Yeah, we're almost done with the show anyway, so it's fine.
But yeah, I actually like the style of MK11, and I would like to see for the next MK that evolve into a better version of itself. Mainly with like breakaway system and different things like that. But the Injustice, I would like to see it, you know, more characters like a Black Canary style character that are like mixed rushdown, definitely in the future. That was like my main in the game, and you know, the one I enjoyed playing the most. So biased, but
because of the blonde hair, or because I know you
the play style, the mixed rushdown. Yeah. I always end up getting a really cool mixed rushdown character that's either got silver hair and it's a guy, or it's a blonde like badass.
Omni, we got the Android 18 stance.
I love fighting 18.
Yeah, 18, Black Canary, Cassie Cage, Milia Rage. Like there's a pattern. Grow and Soul Cow. Oh, and Armika. That's what I played in Street Fighter. And Colleen. So.
I want to say rip the butt slap, dude. In Street Fighter 5. Like ESPN's like, nah, we want to keep our sponsors. Take that out.
Yeah.
Oh
well. I remember that.
Don't think it really adds to anything.
I mean, you can say it adds character, but that's kind of a cop out.
No, I think it's just kind of weird.
It was cheesy. It was kind of funny though. It was kind of funny. It is something that Armika would do. I would think.
Yeah, it's part of her personality.
Yeah.
She's just a goofball.
So yeah, I guess we've been on for like 2 hours and 10 minutes. Wow, that's for a while.
You guys,
we waited for you.
Yeah. I appreciate it.
It's fine.
Up again on the times.
It's fine. It's totally fine. It's okay. You were here right now. That's all that matters. Hope you had fun.
I did. It was nice talking and like getting to see you guys. So.
Yeah, actually, I have one more question because
she's such a baby.
Because
Go ahead.
Yeah, I already asked this to Omni and NickVee before the show, but I am working on a video essay, and it's about why fighting games are worth the struggle. Like why we as fighting game enthusiasts struggle through our first game and like ended up loving fighting games, because fighting games are probably some of the hardest games to get into. If you really want to understand how fighting games work, their intricacies, it's not a very easy genre. It's not like a racing game where you see vroom vroom, big number on the screen, you put down the gas pedal and you know have to get first. It's pretty easy. But fighting games, to really understand and play, like when you actually like what you want to do, you can translate that to your actions on screen, is very hard. It takes a long time to do that. And Rose, I wanted to wonder, how is it that you struggle through your first fighting game?
I wanted to make sure there was one more girl like in the scene, if there were, because I was brought into the competitive side from being at the ESL MKX Season 2 finals, and none of the top 16 there were women and stuff. So originally the thing that drove me was to be a player, but I found my own footing, you know, getting a knack for the mic and, you know, making a difference there. So, you know, it's just about finding your footing, and, you know, whether it's like you just got to find your passion for it and why you're doing it, really. And for me, it was like to try and make a difference. And I feel like so far I've done some of that. So hopefully keep doing that and keep inspiring other people and lifting others up.
Nice. That was a very wholesome answer. Love it. Nice. So yeah, I guess that's gonna be it for the show for tonight. Thank you everyone for sticking around. Thank you so much for watching. Rose, thank you so much for coming on once again. So, yeah, thank you so much. And of course, thank you to Omni and NickVee, and of course C4. By the way, chat, wish NickVee a happy birthday. It's his birthday.
Feliz cumpleaños a ti.
Oh, nice. You got a birthday song. All right. So before we go, though, we can plug which is the most important part of any show. So yeah, Omni, go ahead.
Find me on Twitter at HackyRackyFGC. It's where you can find me. It's there, somewhere.
Yeah. Nick, go ahead.
Yeah, follow me on Twitter, xNickVee. Also on Twitch, xNickVee. Next Saturday there will be good ass Dragon Ball European PC tournament. So
Good ass.
Sign up for that.
Yes.
Premier
Yes,
online Dragon Ball
stolen from
tournament.
good ass Tekken, but I found it so funny, and I had a very funny logo idea, and then I had to make it reality, and now it's a tournament.
Fair enough. I mean, I guess Rose, you don't really need to plug because I mean, your audience huge, but it doesn't matter. But where can we find you?
RomaNova. And then I have a YouTube channel, the Red Ribbon Retrospect.
Oh. So. Nice. What kind of videos are on that?
Recently, I think my last thing was like playing. It was like a shit post that was me playing Human Falls Flat with Milos, but most of it's Dragon Ball stuff. I used to do a podcast where I would be Android 18, which is where the name came from, the Red Ribbon Retrospect, and have guests on. I had like Tasty Steve, Yipes.
Nice. Oh, yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
And some others on there. So they're old episodes, but they're still fun to go back to.
You know, is Yipes such a is Yipes off camera and off the mic just as nice and funny as he is on the mic?
Absolutely.
Oh my god, I wanna
absolutely.
I wanna meet Yipes so fucking bad.
How do I do?
Someday when all this shit, goes offline again.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead. I want to get C4 and Tyrant on this podcast just so we can't tell who's who.
Yes. When I hear him commentating sometimes on Wanted, I am like, I have to like make sure it's not Tyrant. I'm always like, wait, it could be C4.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Similar.
I love mixing people up in chat as well.
Wherever you guys are from in the UK, you must be fucking like right near each other because the accent's like the same.
They've just got really deep voices.
True. I mean, he's called Tyrant Rose for a reason. But yeah, thank you everyone for watching. Of course, before we go, we do the shout outs. Nick, wait, did you unfollow and follow me again?
Nope. I went on my phone and I went to the stream and I saw that I wasn't following on this account.
Wow. I modded you and you weren't following? God damn. Yeah, but thank you, NickVee, for the follow. Shadow Who Laughs, once again, thank you so much for the tier 2 sub. Dark76, thanks so much for the follow. RomaNova, thank you so much for the follow as well. And Dark Wraith 0, thank you so much for the follow. That's gonna be it for us. Stay tuned. No, not stay tuned. Actually, we're gonna raid someone. Who should we raid?
Shadow not streaming right now.
That's a shock.
Alucard is streaming Dragon Ball. So is Bum, and Just Relax Kid.
Oh, Alucard. I like Alucard. We can raid him. All right, so everyone, I'm gonna send you over to Alucard. Be nice to him. He's a cool guy. He's from New York, right? Yeah, he's from New York.
Yeah.
He's a cool guy. Say hi to Alucard for us, and see you guys in 2 weeks.
Bye.
Oh wait, we need to raid him first. I am so bad. I barely raid people. All right, there we go. We raiding him. All right, say hi to Alucard, and everyone have a good night, good evening, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you're from, and now we're going for reals. All right, laters.